We are MCDM Productions, and we play D&D.
We are Motorhead, and we play rock and roll.
Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. My name is Matt Colville. These are my friends. We're a bunch of game developers, and we're going to spend the next, 20, 30 minutes playing D&D. If this is how you choose to spend your evening, we appreciate it. Sitting down and watching people play D&D is a big time investment, I feel. So thank you very much. We also just, you probably already know this if you're somebody who would be remotely interested in the first place. We just posted a job freelance writer gig for Player's Guide, maybe 32, 48 pages. We don't know how long it would be, probably PDF. Player's Guide to Capital that takes all the stuff we've done in the world building and this campaign and tries to synthesize it into a product that people could use to make characters and stuff like that and give a dungeon master inspiration to run a game. We're looking for people that have experience in this business, in this category, who've worked on a deadline and stuff like that. So if that's you and it sounds cool, go hide the hence to our website and fill out the form. When last we left our heroes, you folks had just completed the library job and you'd all leveled up, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And now what can you guys do that you couldn't do before? Like Anna was like, is this right? Do I get all this stuff? And I was like,
sound opiate
yeah.
hell.
So like imagine we're playing Red Dragon Inn and you're going around the table saying what your character does. What for the folks at home, what can you do now that you couldn't do before, Larks?
4th level spells.
And and you just get your cleric, so you just get all of them.
Yeah, but there's none that are super exciting. Like banishment.
Banishment, that's not bad.
Yeah. But
you could banish
my experience,
you could banish Phil back to his fucking weird dimension.
Well, I would banish Judge, but
Send me home.
Banish is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was the only one.
Do you have it memorized?
Yeah, that's the one I chose.
What are your is that language even make sense anymore, memorizing spells? Is that the language they use? They use prepare.
No, you pray.
They say
What do
prepare.
the kids say these days?
They say prepare. Right?
I do get from the type of cleric I am, I get freedom of movement and fire shield.
That's cool. Yeah, fire shield's pretty dope. How much damage does fire shield do? Have I told you my fire shield story?
I can only use the heat.
My high level paladin in one of my favorite games that I played. One of my favorite characters fought the Prince of Fire, who I turned into the Lady of Fire in this game. And we got in a big fight, and we were like 13th level, and I hit this dude and did a shit ton of damage. And then the DM said, you take all that damage to yourself because he has a fire shield. I'm like, that's bullshit. I would know that he has a fire shield up. You would be able to tell that. And he's like, he's a Prince of Fire. It's built into his armor. And I was like, oh, that's such a good explanation. Anna, what can Judge do that Judge couldn't do before?
So,
Let me look at the list.
yeah, sorry, there's quite a few things. So, I did get extras, 3rd level spells, so that was cool. And then I have an improved Baleful Interdict, which allows me to... It adds one more d6 of damage whenever I consume a seal on somebody after I've applied it to them, and we hit them.
Right.
And then as long as I have any unused seals,
correct.
I get to do an extra 1d6 with my weapon damage. Now my greatsword instead of 2d6 does 3d6.
Yeah, basically you can use as long as you have a seal within you.
Yeah.
You can fire up all your attacks and do an extra d6.
Yes.
And your seals do an extra d6 of damage.
Yes, and the other thing I get is because I'm an Architect of Ruin.
Cool name.
I'm now a Scion of Asmodeus, which means
Asmodeus.
Enemies that I've placed a seal now get disadvantage when saving against my spells.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Which is really cool.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's pretty cool. What spells do you get at 3rd level?
I mean, I've had 3rd level spells for a little bit.
Oh, you have? Okay.
But the 2 Illrigger ones I get are Summon Hell and Interdict to Territas.
Oh, Summon Hell is basically the
Hunger of Hadar.
Hunger of Hadar, except I can use it because it's Hunger of Hadar is not open.
Yeah.
And what's the Interdict to Territas? Is that the one where you can put all your seals on people?
I believe so. It's where it's where I place a seal on every enemy within 30 feet, and it doesn't use any of my seals up to do so.
It's bullshit.
Right?
Great. Fantastic.
Now we tested
Nerf
this.
incoming. what does a 7th level warlock get, Leech?
I get a extra D6 for my healing light, so I'm now up to 8 D6. I've got in my
healing light.
all of that. I had a longish chat with the very helpful people on Discord about what I should take and what I shouldn't take.
Yeah, by the way, we have a really incredibly popular, robust, I don't know how many people are in our Discord.
I think we're getting close to 17,000.
17,000 people. It's one of the most popular role-playing Discords, the MCDM Discord, and many of the players here will drop into the Discord, say, hey, what should I take when I level up? And they'll get advice and stuff.
Of which I think I might have taken none, so no disrespect.
You don't have to tell them that. You don't have to tell them that. You have to ixnay on the oof tray.
Maybe I took one. No, it was
He's
great.
like, pass.
That's a lie, actually. No,
Like, you people are all idiots.
no, it was great. I hashed it out. I was talking
Just
through
wasted their
stuff.
time.
And then I went, actually, this sounds quite good. So I took Eyes of the Runekeeper, which means I can
that's
now
right.
read all writing.
Yeah, including
anything in the Chronicle, I believe.
That means you can read. So the idea that the Chronicle of the Chain of Acheron goes back so far that it uses language that no one here can read, and that you would have to cast a spell like Comprehend Languages or whatever. And now you have Eyes of the Runekeeper, so you can just read it. That's cool.
Maybe
That's
you
gonna
should be
be
the
stuff up.
chronicler.
Yeah.
Leech the Chronicler.
Well, I mean,
It's up to
written in blood.
Croker was both surgeon.
That's true.
and-
That's true.
and
There is a
chronicler.
precedent in the.
That's up to
Black
the
Knight.
commander.
It would be up to
So-
Croker wasn't a creeper, though.
Yeah, Leech is a creeper. That's true.
We can't let creepers write our
No,
history.
correct. So you took Eyes of the Runekeeper.
I did, yeah. I got my extra D6 of healing light, and for my 4th level spell, I took Blight.
Ooh, Blight's pretty good. Yeah.
Which so one creature can take 8d8 damage.
I have to touch him. Is that it? You have to.
I don't think so. I think it's
You don't?
a range thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm thinking something.
30 feet range. Yeah.
Nice.
But it doesn't work on some
Humans,
things.
people,
I remember.
living creatures.
Undead?
No, living creature. Undead. I don't think that's an undead.
Yeah, I think that's.
And maybe not on golem.
Constructs,
Things like that.
yeah.
There you go.
Undead and constructs.
You have to have a life force, basically.
That'd be the word.
Yeah.
But yeah, it still seemed quite good, that one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
The one bit of advice they did give me on a Discord was like, OD, you're a warlock. You get spells back on a short rest.
Yeah.
Use your spells, son. Go
Yeah.
on. Let's go crack on that.
Yeah, 'cause
Your
it's
Eldritch Blast is all well and nice, but go
Yeah,
on.
use your spells.
Why?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. That's the design of the warlock. Things kind of break down. If you don't take short rests, then things don't break.
Right.
Things kind of break down. And you guys do take short rests. So, what does a battle master get? As one of the most, strangely, as a gift, as one of the most vanilla characters in the group, what does a battle master get?
All right, so let's see here. What did I get? I got 2 new combat maneuvers, of which I swapped out Trip Attack for Distracting Strike, which I thought would be more useful with this group.
Yeah.
And then I got Fainting Attack, which is pretty cool.
You faint.
I
You
can
pretend to faint.
yeah.
And they're like,
You faint?
they're like, oh, they suddenly
And
feel.
you sweep the leg.
Now I can expend a superiority die, use a bonus action on my turn, and add the total roll to gain. To gain advantage. It gives me advantage on my next attack.
That's cool. Okay, that makes sense.
And then I also took a Distracting Strike and Precision Attack. And I also got a power Know Your Enemy. So
That's right.
if I spend 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat, I can learn 2 of any number of things: strength, dexterity, armor class, HP levels, etc., etc.
That's cool. Do you get to
Ooh.
choose what you learn from them, or is it like a
I had to
roll?
pick 2 from the list.
Ah, cool.
Any 2.
That's nice.
Outside of it. Pretty sure that's it.
That's super cool.
Yeah. And I think that was and I read that book, so I got a couple more wisdom now.
Oh, nice. Okay. Tom, what does Copper get?
I think it's not much. I just got another spell. I took Spiked Growth.
Oh, Spike Growth is pretty good.
Yeah, seemed pretty good. Difficult terrain.
Yeah, it makes difficult.
And 2d4 if they walk through 5 feet. So they just take.
I also have a list, which I didn't get a chance to work on today, but I have a list of other things that Big Cat can use Ferocity to do.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So at some point,
That'll be good.
probably between now and next week,
Yeah.
I will get that to you.
Cool.
Boots, what does Boots get? I have no idea. I don't even know how your kind of bard works, so I'm super curious.
I got my first 4th level spell,
Nice.
And I picked greater invisibility.
Oh, okay. So greater invisibility is the one where even you can
Combat invisibility.
Yeah, you can
Really?
Tactical invisibility.
yeah, you can do stuff.
Yeah.
He can fight and does not become visible.
I can stay visible for up to a minute. It's a concentration spell, and it's only 1 minute, and I can only do it on
Only 1 minute.
on myself or one other creature.
Yeah.
But in other words, we can haste and invisibilize Slim.
Invisibilize.
Basically, just like
Invisibilize.
What did you?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Pub.
job
Yeah.
done.
Cast those spells on him, throw him in the room, close the door, and just wait until you hear the sound of the Cuisinart wind down.
Is
And
there
open the
any
door.
effect to, or is there any limit to the number of effects you can have on you at one time?
Not as
So
far as
could
I
you
know.
have like haste,
As long as you have-
invisibility, and the what is it? The one.
As long as you have
Psionic.
spellcasters who can maintain the concentration, then yeah. Because you're not the one maintaining the concentration, they are.
Right. God, that's
So
crazy.
if one person casts haste and then another casts greater invisibility.
So
yeah.
Slim will be like a Dragon Ball Z character.
Just remember that all this stuff, and all
Totally
this,
invisible in that one.
this is the golden rule of the dungeon master is that all the
What do I
stuff you
get
guys
hit
can do, the bad guys can do too.
Yeah.
So
No, that's
there's-
not fair.
No.
you know, it's the only reason it is fair is because that's how I figure out what my bad guys can do is I listen to all what you guys are talking.
Oh, we just give them our
That's
secrets.
bullshit.
Yeah, that's right. Hang on.
Remember the Dwagar
I do
who
remember
went
the
greater
Dwagar.
invisibility
That's-
and
remember-
just sat there and zapped us and
I
we couldn't do
remember
anything?
somebody who shall remain nameless, but they are at this table, accused me of cheating when I did that. And I was like, it's not my fault. You don't know what the spells do. It's a spell you don't have access to yet. Ahem.
what-
Anyway.
We
What
found
did
that
Oh, you
guy.
would also.
Yeah, what did,
What
Well,
did
we
you get,
left
man?
for a minute.
What did I get?
All you
yeah. Tell us about your enemies.
Yeah, what did I get? Yeah. I got a rock.
Okay.
So, what is his name? Is it High Perseverant or is it just Perseverant? Right Honorable Perseverant Ithilwith approaches you folks, not you. I presume you're at the
Footstool.
footstool at the Pharaoh's Dream and says that Lady Shiromi has agreed to meet with you.
All right, well, we'll go get boots and go.
Okay.
She'll see us today.
She will see you today if you're available. I'll take you to her. The half elf says.
Right now.
I'm
Well,
available. Let's go.
All right.
Check our.
I hope King's ready to do some smooth talking.
Yeah, you got your date.
Yeah. There we go.
So, Ithilwith leads you through the stays, which is, as I think you all know, it's like a huge city all on its own. It's roughly the size of Manhattan. So divided into different districts. He leads you through to the shavings, which is where the bank is. It's where a lot of the governance of the stays happen. And there is a large stone building, several stories tall. It looks like combination of a church and a civic building. It's a basilica. It's the Basilica of Saint Bonagrazia, who is a saint of gambling and risk. And the streets are here in this part of the city are pretty densely packed as people are going back and forth on business and trade. And it's a huge building that has large archways leading into it, never closes. And on the ground floor of this building, it is effectively a gambling den. There are tables set up and a lot of them are playing cards. There are people playing dice. And there are also like one-on-one tables in the corners of the room. It's a large open room. Stained glass windows all around depicting the events of Saint Bonagrazia in life and the things he did that led him to become a saint. And in the corners around the edges of the room are these tables with folks dressed as like Franciscan friars, right, with simple brown robes, and they're doing effectively tarot card readings. They've got a deck of cards that has all the gods and saints of Rioja in it, and they read people's fortunes. And that's one of the kind of functions the folks who work in this building perform. But the half elf that's leading you folks just ignores all these people and goes and heads to the stairs that lead to the second floor. On the second floor, this is the fulcrum and where the fulcrum operates. And there's a huge board on one wall. There's a large open floor, lots of desks and people, scribbling notes, ledgers, and people taking scraps of paper back and forth to these different desks. A large board that has a map of Orden on it, and it's got all the different trade routes, and there are these little magnets. There's a Vanagarian woman who she's tall. She's like 6'6" and a little bit tall, and she's got short blonde hair, and she's putting these magnets up on the board and writing prices on the board underneath them. And the little magnets all have symbols for different trade goods. And she's getting reports from all the different people at the desks who are getting reports from the runners regarding what's going on. You see somebody run up with, they've got a telescope in their hand, and they deliver a report. You overhear them talking about a ship, a Higaran ship that's been sighted. It's this far out of port, and there's a lot of activity as they quickly change the prices of some good coming in from Higara. And this is what they do.
Are
here.
they fixing the prices before the Higarans get here so that they don't have to pay as much for their goods?
Well, it's certainly one interpretation of it. But there's certainly, it's a lot of activity based on the fact that they now know, these people now know that this ship is going to make it into port.
Right.
Right. Like up until now, you don't know.
Right.
But now they're certain, and there's all of these different arrows, red arrows and black arrows that are up and down across all the trade routes that they use to gauge the likelihood of someone coming in through that trade route of actually making it. Like, what's the weather like? What are the odds of piracy and bandits on the high seas and stuff like that? And all these things factor into them setting the price. And that's what they do here, is that they set prices for their people here getting loans. They set interest rates here, and it's just, up close to 100 people on this floor.
Is it the stock market?
I mean, this is not the exchange.
Capitals, Wall Street.
This is not the exchange, but this isn't where people invest. But this is like the Fed, right? This is the place where monetary policy is set, kind of by almost de facto. Like what the fulcrum says becomes monetary policy, whether people like it or not. There's a third floor. And at this point, you're now in these, what looks like almost a manor house. There are small corridors that branch off into rooms ornately carved. It looks, it's a lot of money has been spent to make this place look nice. And there are guards here. They have, their symbol is a golden hammer striking a coin. And they are, armed with sword and shield. And they all recognize the herald who is leading you through until eventually he reports to these two guards at big double doors, and they stop him and they go through the doors. One of the guards goes through the door, and Percival Ithilweth says, I'm sure she'll see us. I'm sure she'll see us.
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me.
All this way.
The remaining guard kind of sizes you folks up, but doesn't say anything. It just stands his post. After only maybe like 90 seconds, the guard comes back and says, Her Grace will see you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Her Grace.
And Percival Ithilweth is like,
You got lucky.
this way. No. He's
Slim's
no.
wearing his fancy clothes, by the way.
Well, that's by the way, I assume
mess.
now you folks, apart from you, by the way, where's your mini?
Oh, yes.
Have folks seen your mini?
Do it on,
That Tom Schmuck posted? I think you
worked.
posted it on Twitter too.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't know if it's gonna pop up
You
on
gotta
the
tap
thing.
it.
You do it on my fucking fingers and thumbs.
Anyway,
I'm a confused
Yeah.
old man.
You can try my idea as well if you like.
yeah. I like how there's
not
like
quite-
he's got the kind
I
of
remember-
butcher's apron
Oh,
Okay.
a little
on.
bit
Yeah, because
more
it's not. It
time.
doesn't do the entire thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
There he is.
And you can see him. He's got blood all over him. So yeah,
He looks-
you folks all look nice.
You want to put OD on him?
Yeah.
Leech looks like he
Leech
just
got
came out
him
of
some,
surgery.
like,
No,
basic-
covered in blood. Butcher's
With his
got a giant.
parasol?
Yeah, he's got a parasol in
lazy.
one hand and a bone saw in the other.
Real
Hello.
quick, I'm gonna.
Hello.
I've got
Oh yes.
prestidigitation. Like
Yeah.
as we're waiting in the hallway, I'll sort of like clean up some of the more obvious
Oh.
Make them
spats
sparkle.
of blood and stuff, just so it's at least a
thank you,
clean
sir.
So it's
coat at this point.
Like bathing.
one of the things
Ridiculous.
that it's
We'll
going
leave
to. If I were a better dungeon master and I was more organized, we would have progressed more of your downtime stuff. That's probably going to happen in the next couple of weeks. So it's entirely reasonable for you to just get clothes. There's nothing stopping you from going to a tailor and getting clothes so that you fit in. But you do not have the outfits.
Right.
These folks have.
No, I don't have the fancy dance.
No, these folks paid a lot of money, and don't forget that you guys, because I will forget that you guys get a bonus on your.
We got the
diplomacy
new
check.
ones.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys.
What
after-
bonus do you get for that?
They get a bonus to their diplomacy checks.
I lost
we
some
do?
gold.
That's right.
Is there diplomacy in this fucking
Nope.
game? No, there's not.
Playing it now.
Negotiation, intimidation,
Persuasion?
investigation, medicine. That's it.
Performance?
Probably persuasion. Yeah,
Persuasion.
yeah. It wouldn't be. It
+5?
might be performance, but
What, +5? No
it's
way.
not +5.
Oh, I thought you said
That would
I
basically.
was like, holy shit.
That would just be advantage.
Where did that
I
come
think
from?
it's
I don't know.
plus,
That's 10,
I don't know.
is
I
it?
think it's +2.
+2.
They don't really do +2 bonuses in this game the way they used to. I think they kind of overcorrected, and it used to be awful. There used to be so many bonuses, and that was all. I think it was just advantage, but advantage is a lot. So I would like to slowly reintroduce a little bit of +1s and +2.
So it's +1 to.
It's +2
When you
to
have
your
persuasion.
charisma checks used. I would say it's +2 to charisma checks used to negotiate.
I'm over 0.
Shit. I gotta erase.
Whatever skill you use, if it's charisma based and you're trying to negotiate with somebody,
Oh, okay.
then they are going to be impressed.
But this is with Riohan nobles.
It's in. I would say it's in capital.
So I can use
Okay.
my acrobatics?
Charisma-based.
Acrobatics is not charisma
I'm just
based.
joking.
It might be for you.
I'm just joking.
You might have
Trip your tricks.
Since I'm so low in charisma, I'll just joke.
Just dance.
Yeah,
Dance
dance.
around.
You are still a goblin.
Yeah.
I'm a scruffy hub.
So Lady Shirome's office is what you would expect from a Riohan noble. She is dressed as a Riohan noble. She is short. She's like, I think she's like 5'4". She's got long black. What? That's not, sorry, what was that, Anna?
That's not that short.
I have a perfect average height for a 9-year-old.
He's 3 times the size of a 3-year-old.
Correct. Half the size of one 18-year-old. She is talking to a knight. He is somewhat corpulent. He's got a big gut, but he's wearing a gold breastplate. He has that same symbol of a gold hammer striking a coin. Lady Shirome has long black hair that she has got kind of tied up in a ponytail, somewhat functionally, just to get it out of her face. And they're having a conversation, and she's sitting behind a large desk, and there's a assayer's scale on the desk. There's several books and writing implements, and her knight is just kind of sitting in a chair opposite, and they're in the middle of a conversation. As you walk into the room, there's a lot of money has been spent to get genuine Higaran carpeting, which is somewhat in fashion with Riohan nobles right now. And the window behind her is a stained glass window depicting some event in the sainthood of Saint Bonagrazia. And she's asking him, what do you think? Whose side is he on? This is the conversation that you come into the middle of. And he shrugs and says, his own, probably. She says, but he stopped Alvaro from taking the pellet. And the knight looks at you folks and then looks back at her and goes, did he? She goes, well, maybe we can find out, she says, as you folks approach. And he stands up and says, should I leave, Your Grace? And she says, no, stay, I want you to hear this. And this guy, this huge knight with this big gut, walks up to you and says, well done on the pellet, well done. Damn the 12 dragons. May Valerius de Corano be covered in 1,000 infected wounds.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
And we agree with that, but he's still on the pellet.
Well, but for how long, though? That's the question. Oh, sorry. Anyway. Your Grace. And Lady Shirome stands up and she walks around to the front of the desk, and there are chairs here for you folks to sit on. I assume you do not have your cat.
If they don't allow cats tonight.
I don't think you would have got this far with your
Right,
giant
yeah, that makes
displacer
sense.
bits,
No
yeah.
cats allowed.
But Shirome says, in a very kind of slight voice, she says, where's your cat? I'm somewhat disappointed.
How did you know? Have we met?
Oh, we know all about you.
Oh.
Would you like something to drink? She says, and there's a table, squat, short table that has tea and wine and sparkling water on it. And she says, we've made every allowance for the chain of Acheron. Welcome to the Fulcrum. I believe that is mineral water from the Astral Sea.
Wow.
Also,
Is that just ocean water or like?
I don't know. I'm going to try it.
they call it star water, but it's just water.
Impressive.
And she says, if you'll join me for tea, she has a Higaran tea set. And
Sure.
there's a cup. There's 2 cups. There's one for her and one for you.
I'm just gonna make sure she drinks first.
Slim's chugging the
May not be
water.
polite.
Yeah.
And you recognize this is what, when you're not drinking, alcohol, this is what Gith drink.
Mhm.
There's Riojan wine.
Which I've already poured a glass and tried to hand one to Judge, and then I forgot.
There's wine from,
Thank you.
there's a bottle of wine that you recognize. Actually, several of you probably recognize it. It's from Alloy. There's this like wooden mug of
Goblin
goblin
hooch.
swill.
Yeah.
Goblin swill.
There's wine from
Just
Alloy.
like
Awesome.
I'm enjoying that wine. Delightful wine.
She says, I don't know if you drink.
Tea's fine.
She has one of the guards bring another cup for tea, and as you folks are talking, the guard comes back, and actually it's not a guard, it's a servant that she has, and your cup is different than her cup and King's cup. Your cup has a gold, the rim has gold on it, which in the Higaran tea ceremony is for nobles.
Mine does not have gold on it.
No.
She doesn't know any better.
Her research is it's extensive, but not infinite.
Mm-hmm.
What have we got? Just standard wine glasses.
I mean, there's any number of things to
Some
drink.
red cups.
Actually,
red cups.
there is drow wine
Ooh.
at the table, which is rare. I would say anywhere in Orden outside of capital. Capital, but you're only you're not that far away from, at any given moment in capital, you're not that far away from the layers, and there are lots of drow in the layers.
I'm
So,
drinking that then.
It's pretty easy. It's much easier for them to get that. than
I'm
it is-
enjoying it though. I haven't had a drop of drow wine for a while.
They filter that through spider webs.
Delicious.
So the herald said you wish to speak to us.
Yeah. So the pellet seems like it's taken by House Alvaro. And Captain Antonea of the Red Falcons wants to speak to you about that.
The Red Falcons, she says.
The
and
Prince's
she looks
forces on the pellet.
her knight shrugs and nods his head. And she says, okay, well, and you met Lady Antonia?
Yeah.
And what did you make of her?
She's a good soldier.
I wonder, do you think that is sufficient to solve the problem of 12 dragons in the pellet?
No, they're going to need help. But that's part of why we're here.
What happened?
So we retrieved your messenger from there and the document.
Our messenger, she says, and the herald says, and he kind of explains.
Courier, better term for it.
He kind of says, well, Your Grace, and he gives a very short description of the job that he hired you for. And she's like, yes, the courier.
And as we came out, the 12 dragons descended with a military force on the pellet and tried to take us prisoner because they were under the assumption that we were trying to take the pellet.
And then the knight says, on our behalf, presumably. And Lady Shromi says, right, they thought that the Fulcrum were trying to take the pellet using the chain of Acheron.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your experience with 12 dragons? She has a very tiny voice. She doesn't sound like me. And what was your experience with 12 dragons?
They need to be eliminated.
She smiles and she.
She does that to Slim. Quiet.
No, she does to herself.
Oh, I see.
What would be the best term? What would be the best term to use in front of her? Basically saying that this guy's a fuckface.
I mean, you know, King would know.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
In your kingly language.
Basically, let her know that he's a real piece of trash.
What's the Higari term for this?
Yeah.
Baka.
Well, you've completed your contract, correct? You recovered the document that we were looking for.
Yeah, but we wanted to talk to you about your plan for the document.
Oh.
As far as our information goes, you're trying to install somebody there who has worked with you, take jobs for you, etc. Then we think that should be us, as we have a Rio and Noble within our ranks.
I
versus
see.
Whomever this Bernadetti person you would install.
Interesting. And should we pursue this strategy, wouldn't that put you in direct conflict with 12 Dragons? Tell me, who do you imagine would come out ahead of that in that conflict?
Well, we're looking to work together. The 12 Dragons have slighted us. They've slighted you. They've slighted the prince. And we don't like any of that.
No, what is your interest in all of this? What does the Chain of Acheron want?
Fortune and glory.
Well, there's much of that to be had in the city, she says, and she looks at her knight.
We'll go with fortune and glory.
We haven't also. We've been shopping around for establishments that we could make our own, so to speak. A stronghold, if you will.
Well, there are many buildings in disrepair, many of them of military origin, especially in the prince's capital is a very old city, she says.
All right.
I don't think it would be difficult for you to find a city gate in disrepair that you could invest and take over. You seem a resourceful bunch. But is your plan to work with us and put yourselves on the pellet, kicking 12 Dragons off?
Well, if you...
Along with the Red Falcons.
Yes, the Red Falcons will fight alongside us.
Are you sure of that?
Fairly.
Yeah.
Well, at least that crew of Red Falcons. I mean, we don't know if that lady's in charge of the entire Red Falcons.
She is.
She is.
Yeah, she's the commander of
then they all will.
the prince's troops on the island.
Well,
On the
we know that
island,
she
but what about
will.
the other?
Every district, well, not every district, but every little enclave of the prince's land that is not currently governed by somebody else has a different organization.
Oh, so it would be like Black Falcons, Blue Falcons.
Well, they all have different names.
Right.
They're not of a kind.
I see.
Gotcha.
But the ones that serve the prince on the pellet are
just the pellet.
Red Falcons.
Gotcha.
So, like, as a quick aside, like, we know that she will. We know that her lieutenant probably will.
Yeah.
But we don't know if, like, the rest of the Red Falcons will join us technically, like, if they get a better offer.
Wow.
Right? Like, they're sympathetic to our cause, I think, but I don't know if we can fully rely on all of them.
She turns to her knight and says, Deodato, what is your read of the situation with Red Falcons? And he goes, well, Lady Antonia, excellent officer, loyal to the prince, almost certainly willing to bend with whichever way the wind is blowing. And right now, I imagine she'll wait and see whose breeze is strongest, he says.
Yeah, except for, what's his name? The 12 Dragons leader
Dickorino.
basically killed her,
Yeah.
cut her down.
Yeah, but have you told him that?
Not yet.
No.
Right, well,
Well, we can, though. There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Put it this way: if we had some more breeze blowing with us back over there,
Excuse me.
it's this goblin swill. It's like, that's what it does. That's what it does.
Like,
As long as you have, the enzymes to digest it anymore.
imagine. Have you seen that? There's some videos of it's like a cat or a raccoon in a big cereal bowl where they go like, and then
Oh my god.
Yeah, every time you do that, everybody stops and just watches. And like in the middle of a sentence, they'll stop and wait.
go back.
She gets up and walks around to the other side of it. She doesn't sit down and is now on the other side of the desk. And she's looking through the stained glass window. There's a bunch of red and blue light coming through on her face. And she says, and at this point, you folks are behind her, and she says, Deodata, do you think that Lady Antonia is offering an alliance? And the knight who's still sitting says, hard to say, my lady. I suspect that she'll wait. She'll wait and see who comes out ahead, and then throw in with the winner. Might wait for the whole thing to wrap up, if you know what I mean. Find out who the next prince might be. Yeah.
Well, keep in mind she does want to come speak to you.
Do you know what about?
About
Sure,
the
please.
state of the pellet.
Well, then, by all means, I guess I must meet this woman. As to your offer, I would have to think it over. I'm surprised that you're so interested in working for us. I would imagine that you'd prefer to stay neutral.
We would, but Alvaro's not doing things that's neutral to the city.
Forgive me for overreaching, but isn't your contract to eliminate Ajax's wizard? What does this have to do with working for us or working against Alvaro?
Capital will be the last bastion against Ajax.
Oh, I agree. And whatever else is true, he is on his way. And knowing
How do you
countrymen-
feel about that?
I'm sorry, how do I feel about what?
About Ajax being on his way?
I think that whoever the next prince is will make it their first order of business to stop him.
What will be your first order of business?
Well, certainly there'd be... I have no personal interest in sitting on the prince's throne, but I have even less of an interest in seeing everything that we have built here. And then she turns back and looks at the window and says, all these people, these neighborhoods and all of this territory, I would hate to see it fall under someone else's thumb. So, I'll do what I have to do. I think we can agree that the faster, does she faster or quicker? The faster that this issue is resolved, and then the knight goes, Your Grace speaks of the issue of capital. And she says, yes, the matter of the prince. The sooner this issue is resolved, the faster we can mount a defense against Ajax. I don't know how you feel about this, but certainly I don't think that our countrymen are particularly well positioned to stop him. The Pharaoh couldn't do it. I doubt the Empress can.
Well, if capital's fighting with itself, it's certainly not going to be able to. It's certainly not going to have enough left over when Ajax arrives. If the city keeps tearing itself apart.
And it's going to require factions and nobles under a new prince working together. It's a matter of finding out who that prince is.
Well said, she says. And she sits down and sighs and says, until then, I'm afraid things will have to get worse before they get better. I'm interested in speaking with Lady Antonia.
I have a question, Your Grace. Do you think that by presenting this document, you would be able to get the 12 dragons to leave the pellet to you amiably?
She looks around on her desk and picks up a piece of paper and says, I have here a document from a gentleman, a letter, a gentleman I believe you know, Reginald Orfeo, lawyer of, and she names the firm that he works for. Mm-hmm. I have it on good authority that De Carano is acting on his own authority and not under any auspice of Prospero. I'm sorry, His Grace Lord Alvaro. So I believe that there is still the opportunity to embarrass him out of his current position, but it'll be a careful game.
Well, if you want any help in that whole embarrassment part, I think I can speak for the group confidently in saying that we'd be happy to help you out with that.
Is this true?
Yes.
Wait, who are we embarrassing?
Dicarano.
Your
Dicarano.
new blood feud.
Okay.
So I have a quick question, just meta real quick. Can you remind me, is Prospero and Lady Shiromi, are they the two that get in a fight like publicly all
No.
the time?
No, that's Lady Shiromi and the Duke Marco Verona.
Oh, okay.
You know the
The guys who bailed us out.
the dude you've met works for this. The guy you met's a Marquis,
Mhm.
a Marquis Damasco.
Mhm.
He works for House Verona, the Lord of House Verona, and Lady Shiromi constantly, not constantly, but they're famous for she refuses to see him, so he just waits for her to be going from here to there and accosts her in the street, and they get in a huge fucking fight. And there are reporters, and they regularly report on it because she has a kind of a stranglehold on trade, and he has sworn to protect the ships that come in and out, and they don't get along.
Yeah. 'Cause she wants stuff to come through, and he wants to kind of check stuff. Is that
Well,
kind of the idea?
he is kind of trying to. He's a nobleman and doesn't think that she should be in business. It's fine to get rich, but you should not be a nobleman. So it's that classic nobles versus the guilds thing where she has a lot of power, and he regularly threatens to stop. All he has to do is just not do his job, and suddenly there's going to be an age of piracy, the likes of which Orden has never seen. And he's been constantly threatening to do that, and she doesn't think he'll do it.
That's the guy that gave us the tickets to the opera.
No, that's somebody who works for him.
Okay, yeah, but
That's them.
the Navy
That's them.
gave us
That's
the
them.
tickets
Correct.
to show, look, these guys are working for us.
What's the name of the pregnant lady who came and talked to us?
Oof.
That
think I wrote
was
it
one more question as well as was that Lady Minetti? That might be somebody else. But was it? Would Judge have noticed if it was a slip, the fact that she called Prospero by his first name, like almost like they're familiar kind of thing, or is it more like I wasn't sure if how she caught herself with that. Was it more like oh shit, I shouldn't have. That was a mistake. Can I do an insight maybe?
Yeah,
I think it was Demelza Vendano.
it was. Demelza is the
Good notes, man.
is the director of. She's the senior officer in charge of
through the
the trade authority.
2.
Big
we
old,
talk about
big old
earlier?
2.
Oh, that's right. We need to have you roll.
Anna's rolling.
What? Why do I have to roll? What am I rolling?
Remember, because I'm not supposed to know what my role is. It's too late now.
Yeah. You're sure that there was some meaning there that these crazy Riojan nobles who don't get their authority from any real power have.
Well, I know that Shiromi bought her nobility.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Correct. Yes. Yeah. She literally bought it.
Yeah.
Yes. Technically she bought the rasps and the broadsheets one too. She loaned them the money they needed to be able to buy in. So she has a lot of power.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know that there's some import there in the fact that she used his first name and then caught herself and said His Grace Duke Alvaro, but you don't know what it means.
Okay. And what's your guard's name? The big guy?
His name is Sir Deodato. Deodato.
CEO.
Yeah, he is of the Knight Commander of the Knights of the Stamp. But nobody calls him that. They call him the Hammers.
The hammers.
Okay.
It's a better name.
All right. So
Yeah. Got the hammers and the dragons.
Yeah, so the other reason we're here is to, present ourselves to you, show that we're being straight shooters with you. And with that last job,
When you say shooters, what are we shooting?
What are we shooting?
Dickaroni, whatever his name is. But we do our job a lot better when we have the details of the job. And we can be quieter if we know we're going in per document because you're trying to establish a noble on the pellet. But going in without that information and sending people like I point to Lithwith doesn't help us do our job to the best of our ability. So something to keep in mind for future contracts.
I understand. So you're, yeah, okay.
We're also aware you've had other territory taken by the church.
And the knight, Sir Deodato, is like, well, it's something of a temporary problem. Then Lady Sherrill turns to you and says, I understand that you've recently recovered an order of scouts that were lost in Black Bottom. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thanks to your relationship with, and she turns to her knight and she says, is it Duke? And he goes, no, the Marquis. Ah, yes, the Marquis de Masco. Yes. And he delivered unto you your own scouts.
He did.
And how would you characterize, she says, how would you characterize your relationship with the Marquis de Masco?
He hasn't done anything to slight us.
I see.
But we don't really have a close relationship with him other than he let us through when we...
It's been a one-way street.
He showered us with gifts.
Yeah.
Or like,
He's courting us.
We may go to the opera one day.
but they haven't approached us with jobs or contracts.
Well, it's interesting that
Amicable, I guess, is our relationship with him.
I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that. You see, it is the Marquis de Masco who is making it difficult for us to solve this problem at the Citadel. And she turns to her knight and says, yes, he's rather annoyingly reinforcing the Church of St. Pilaria the Aspirant's troops on the, or better to say perhaps that he's not stopping them from reinforcing their troops, making it something of a, he doesn't say a sticky wicket, he says whatever the Riojan, bit of a difficult bottle to uncork, he says.
That's quick.
I mean, you know,
Well done.
for a writer, yeah. Difficult bottle to uncork there, making it somewhat difficult for us to maneuver, you might say. So it'd be maybe be best if we had a little used this to our advantage, he says, speaking to Lady Sherrill, and she's already writing a note. Have you met the Duke of House Verona, your perhaps inadvertent patron? She says.
We have not, but I will be giving a speech at their college.
Ah, I see.
So the opportunity may present itself.
And out of curiosity, what will your speech be on?
The history of war. I almost said for the company. For the chain.
Would you be willing to take, she takes this piece of paper and folds it up. And she holds it up and she said, would you be willing to take a message to a Duke Verona? And this would, if you haven't met him, it'd be an excellent opportunity for you to do so.
Sure.
She lights a candle and gets some wax and impresses a seal from her signet ring into it.
Is there anything in the contents of that letter that would get our commander hurt upon delivery?
I very much doubt it.
Just open up his dick butt.
Classic.
Got him.
That's how the war actually starts. He opens it up and he's like,
I suspect that until now, House Verona has been keeping you somewhat at arm's length in order to maintain plausible deniability. But I assure you, if you're bearing a message from me, that he will see you, and it might be an interesting opportunity for both of us, she says.
well, if I see him, I'll deliver it.
She describes the district and capital where their manor house is. Was there anything we wanted to ask the commander of the chain while he was here? And her knight says, I'm sort of curious about whether or not you'd be interested in mucking in with us if it comes to taking the Citadel back, seeing as how you've so recently come into something of a surplus of troops. What?
Depending on payment, yes.
Ah, yes, of course. Mercenaries.
We are interested in. So you said that the 12 dragons went there of their own accord, not under Alvaro's orders.
I'm not in a position to say. I'm only relaying what the message I received from their lawyer.
Lawyers.
Well, from his own lawyer.
Either way.
Why would he spread
maybe
that around?
it's. I mean, we could maybe talk to Reginald and find out outside of this.
This guy's
He's not
very,
pissed at us.
let's say, most unpleasant.
That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, so it smells like moth.
He does. Well, I'll consider your offer if we can come up with a methodology for removing 12 dragons from the pellet that does not require us to go to war. I think that would be best for everyone involved. And if you would do us the courtesy of considering aiding Sir Deodato and the stamp with solving the problem of the Citadel, I'm sure we would be able to meet your demand, your fiduciary requirements.
All right.
Uh, Please deliver my message to His Grace, Lord Verona. If you have any other business.
No, I think that's it.
Do we give it a contract?
We'll give it. I mean, our contractors give it to Lithwith, so
Oh,
give it
okay.
to-
He's got it.
Yeah.
And part of the whole thing, just to clarify real quick what just happened, is that we're talking about establishing Boots as the noble to give him claim over the pellet. If
That
we
was
can
our-
get the dragons out of it without it going to war.
Well, that was our suggestion. We have a Riojan noble,
Mhm.
and we're an organization that can defend the pellet versus who they would establish.
Oh, okay.
So we were presenting it as such.
Okay.
Because
She hasn't said yes or no about that.
Okay. Yeah. I was just getting like a quick
She's not.
synopsis.
She doesn't seem particularly interested in the noble part. That's between you and the Heraldric Society. She's more interested in how do we get the 12 dragons off the pellet.
Yeah.
Like producing a noble, whoever that is, isn't going to do it.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of curious. You'd mentioned, we talked a little bit about like, we need somebody to sit on the prince's throne who can help unite both sides in the city to prepare for Ajax's arrival. Who, in your opinion, would you be willing to like fall in with from a noble perspective? You said you're not interested in yourself, so do you have anybody in mind who you feel would be a good leader?
I liked the prince.
Do you
Make sure.
do you have any leads on who killed the prince, or has it been researched by your organization? 'Cause that's
I
something
think
we're
it's
interested in
I think
as
it's well known, she says, and turns to her knight. And he says, "Oh yes, it was the Assassins Guild. Which one?" And she's like, it's probably in a broadsheet. He's like, "Ah, yes, but," and they have some kind of debate about which Assassins Guild took the contract, and they list a couple different ones, and they appear not to remember which one was the one that pulled the trigger. So to speak.
We're more interested in who hired said guild versus
Oh.
the guild who did it.
She sighs, and her knight goes, difficult that to get an Assassin's Guild to reveal their patron. You know,
But you being
pride themselves somewhat on keeping those things mum, so to speak.
But you being part of the council probably knew who the prince's enemies were.
Oh yeah, is she on the Privy Council?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's one of the.
They had that whole Colosseum to themselves.
It's a.
Just wondering.
The Colosseum is a large structure that includes all sorts of like, not discrete buildings, but offices and stuff like that. And there's a couple levels underground, so it's a big structure and a lot of stuff. It's the part in the middle where they used to have like gladiator combats, and they would flood it and do naval like scale battles with navies and stuff like that. They do all sorts of crazy stuff there. And that part has fallen into disuse. But the building that the Colosseum is built around is still very active and used. It's essentially it's the city government. And they still do a lot of stuff, even though the prince is dead. She says she liked the prince. She says, I like, and she names the leader of the RASP and the leader of the Broadsheets. And she says, I'm quite fond of them, but unfortunately, I don't think either of them have it in them to lead. Might say they're somewhat in over their head already, her knight says.
Fine. I'll do it.
Prince boots.
She laughs. She says, Rioja.
You got this, Boo.
Thank you for your honesty.
Should we see if we can get in with the broadsheets through her?
Like so we can do an advertisement for recruitment.
Well, less so that we want to get in a position where we can feed them stories.
We could
Angel-
When they're writing,
Angel
when they're
can take
writing,
care of that.
yeah, when they're writing stories about us, we would rather them write stories from our perspective versus
The truth, you mean?
Yes, the
Yeah.
truth,
The real truth.
our truth.
That's something like Angel can help you guys with. I mean, if you want to ask her to set you up with a meeting with the head of the Broadsheet Guild, she'd be happy to do that, or their senior editor.
Yeah. I think that'd be amazing just to see the broadsheets, like to see the operation.
Can we get a tour?
Tours.
We're not asking her for a tour. That's ridiculous.
Your camera around your neck.
Yeah, she's happy to give you a letter that you could take to the senior editor on her behalf as an introduction.
This is to the Dragonborn?
Yeah. But she says, you haven't asked my advice, even though many people do. But if I were you, I would work very hard to stay as neutral as possible. You carry the prince's seals, a remarkable feat. I have no idea how you pulled it off. But for now, you're on no one's side. And if I were you, I would be very circumspect regarding who I worked for and who I was seen with.
Hmm.
There are spies everywhere, you know.
Yeah, we Thank you for the advice.
Well, in that case, we should get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure
What are we
if
doing
there's
here?
spies everywhere, someone's probably
We can't do
seen
that
us
talk.
going here, right?
We can't do that talk at the college, guys.
Well,
Sorry, kids.
Well, we can
think that's
because
just me.
we just came out of here,
Canceled.
right? Do the college
Yes.
thing, right?
Well, I guess if we
we're
yeah,
going
if
to
we
get
go
a talk at the college if we talk to the principal.
Hmm.
I mean, there might be spies there.
Tell Marky Tabasco we can't see him anymore.
But what is the first
Sorry.
rule of?
Do you like me? Yes, no, check, no.
Yeah. We can't
What
keep
a-
doing this. We can't keep meeting like
Yeah,
this.
we can't be like this.
What's the first rule of diplomacy?
Don't talk to anybody.
No, always be
Always
talking
be
to
talking to
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah. That's
Well,
So we should be talking
Also-
to everybody.
We haven't been involved in any open acts of war with anybody.
You came-
I think that's kind of
We've been
Yeah,
pretty good.
so close.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah.
good. So I think actually this is a pretty good job for us to take to try and get the dragons out without inciting war. Because if we can keep treading that line,
Well, we want to be treading the line of the prince, which is why
yes,
we want to do that.
Forget
Right?
everything
That's
I
why
said in
that's what we're
Discord.
offering because they want to clear them out, and that's the prince's land.
So she's going to think about what you've said. She's willing to talk to Lady Antonia. She's asked you to deliver a letter to,
Marco Verona.
the Duke of Verona. And she's asked you to think about helping them clear out the Citadel, which would probably be like a military operation.
if we do the Duke Verona thing, then we get seen. We've been with the Red Falcons, we've been with Sherrill, we've gone to Verona. That means like we're seeing, like you said, looks like we're talking to a lot of people.
the only
Right?
person we haven't been seeing with are the dead people.
But if we did the Citadel thing, they'll be like, oh, look, they're siding with her, right? Because they've gone to clear it out. So if we go and maybe
Potentially,
do one of
but-
those things first.
But if we're taking jobs, for example, it's a military operation. If we're sending Mud's unit,
Right, we don't even go. And we can
well,
go.
I mean, I think we would be doing something, but the open stuff would be Mud's unit helping them, right?
She
At the end of the
says
day,
she turns to Renate and says, "Isn't there something we could do to?" He goes, "Oh, certainly, yes. We provide you with our livery." See?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
Wear their
you'd be-
clothes.
You'd
like
be,
their soldiers.
you know, it's a very thinly veiled ruse. He says, but it's enough. It's enough for what was the phrase you used? And she says, plausible deniability. So yes, right, yes, of course, yes. So your men would be fighting not under our command, but under our livery.
Okay.
The chain of Acheron need not be involved officially.
Clear. Okay. All right.
like the sound of that.
Yeah, sweet.
Plus, the other thing is that, like, even if we do get seen here at the Fulcrum, you're about to go and do a talk at the college, which is like literally like their enemy, basically. And so that will help balance the scale a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and in a similar way, the Knights of the Fulcrum need not sully their name in helping end a grudge between Chain of Acheron and some Wangrod Knights that have gone rogue.
Have they gone rogue? Maybe we should go talk to Duke.
Reginald
Orfeo.
Orfeo.
Orfeo's the lawyer.
The lawyer.
No. I mean, we
yeah.
should go talk to the 12 Dragons boss.
Alvaro.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, nice. We got the letter, right?
That's House
No,
Verona.
that's for Verona. There's a lot of names.
You need the wiki.
Look,
I
look,
do. Where is that
this is,
wiki?
this is capital. This is, yeah.
We're
This
gonna
is,
start printing all
this
the
is
wiki
just the
pages and put a
surface.
binder.
The thing is,
Guys,
I don't think Slim would give a shit, and so that's why I'm not going to bother to try and learn it, because
no reason to.
I've got a map here somewhere.
The black and white one, right?
Yeah, right.
White man.
So helpful.
The color-coded black and white man.
who is the 12 Dragons boss? That's
Alvaro.
Alvaro.
Yeah,
Right?
House
Maybe
Alvaro.
we should go talk to that guy.
I think if we're gonna go down that road, we should probably talk to Orfeo because that's our contact at Alvaro.
And he's
Yeah,
the
you
one
guys have
who
already
sent-
worked for them.
And he's the one who sent her a letter saying, hey, like, these guys are not doing, like, they're not going there on our command. Like, they're on their own kind of thing. So we might be able to talk to Orfeo and, like, root out, like, what's really going on, dude? Like, is this lawyer speak or are they actually gone
Right,
rogue?
that probably just gives Alvaro plausible deniability.
Exactly.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
even if it was them who did it, they could say, oh, yeah, we didn't tell them that to do that. But it's like, but did you not?
But, you
He
know,
probably just listened to the whole conversation we had with her via scrying.
yeah.
I bet.
He's
She
like
shakes her head and says, no, we wards.
is he like a massive wizard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a massive something.
Yeah. He's the chancellor of the Royal College of Sorcery, the Imperial College of Sorcery.
It's her. She has, like, a Vanagar bodyguard, right?
Yeah.
Is she hanging around, too?
No, not here.
I wonder where she's at.
No, she doesn't need her bodyguard here in our office. Plus, she's got
Doesn't she?
she's got Sir
The Brienne
Deodato
of
here.
Tarth.
Well, I think at this point we can probably leave unless you guys have anything else for. What do you have, Copper? What do you want to say?
Do you have any more of this?
Yeah, I'm like, can I take a bottle?
She's
of
like, we have it
this?
imported all the time. We can get you some as much as you need.
Nice. But not now.
She's, do you mind if I?
Your cat.
Oh, yeah.
viewing
she wants
of
to
your
see
Would you like to view my cat?
Would you like to see my...
Yeah, that's right.
You keep your Mrs. Slocum too. Yeah. You keep your,
Displace a beast.
yeah, right. Oh.
For whatever reason, it's normal, or it's a little bigger than most cats. It's got tentacles.
Okay.
next time you come by, please do bring your light bender. I think is what she calls it.
Okay. Yeah. Lightbender. Ooh.
Displacement.
Way better name.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Is he the last light bender?
It's the less.
Elias, your last light bender. She asks if she can have some of your goblin spell.
Fine.
Fine.
Thank you. I'm not breaking some. I'm not some taboo, am I?
Probably.
Oh.
But it's you gave it to me. Well, it's fine.
She drinks. She takes this kind of naughty wooden cup that's got this, looks like green stew, and she sips some and goes, oh, God. She hands it back. Thank you.
She's like, very good. Smooth.
She drinks some tea, and she pours a bunch more tea, and then drinks a bunch more tea. Well, thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having us.
I look forward to seeing you again. She says.
Bye-bye.
Yes, well. Please do give His Grace Lord Verona my regards.
We will.
Will do.
It was good to meet you. I guess.
I love you.
I love you. Bye.
Oh, you put it down. No, you put it down.
All right. So you can pretty easily get directions. Ithilwith will give it to you. He'll arrange. By the way, did you guys get paid for the job?
No, he hasn't paid yet. We're gonna give him the document because that was
All right.
contract.
He'll arrange for. What did we negotiate for? As far as price goes?
70,000
Okay.
schmeckles.
All right.
Definite schmeck.
It was like 6,000 gold and
I think we got it to. No, I think we got it.
lesser.
Happily, there is a permanent record of what happened on
Yeah.
YouTube, so I can go look at it.
I think we got it to.
It was 5,000.
It was something around there, and
No, because on his last thing, I highballed him, and Matt gave up and said yes.
no, I think actually he gave up and said no
No, he said yes.
because he's like,
There's a
what about
permanent
what? Well, we'll find out.
He was
He'll
going to
pay-
look into the heraldry of House Bertone.
Yeah.
Correct. That was part of the exchange. Was he instead of
think it
this,
was
he was going to pay you
6,000.
this and get you guys Boots's right and title, which I
Our treasury
will
must be
take.
full by now. Surely we can split it 6 ways.
No.
Yeah, can we share this gold?
Yeah,
Like, I
come on,
only have. I
I'm
haven't paid for that.
skinned.
Come on, Dad,
If you
please.
guys want the cash,
Can we get
it's
some
up to-
allowance?
it's
I've
up
got
to-
like 84 gold.
We got a lot of
I look
mouths
a
to feed,
mess.
son.
What do you need
Alright.
for?
He needs better clothes.
Booze, better clothes.
But the
Booze
treasury
clothes.
pretty much covers any of our
Diapers.
Yeah, I got
Diapers
people have been
Friday.
asking. People have been asking for the treasury rules, so I got to figure out exactly what you can
The
do.
think treasury
on
should be
jobs,
for
the stuff that we
work
find
shit.
and sell,
It generally
that's
is.
our
Like-
money.
and
But
also
the
you guys
job
have-
payment goes to the treasury.
You guys
Per
have
diem.
You
two
played Red
units
Dead
now.
2. Come
you have
on.
to
Yeah, I kept
You always
all
got to
my-
go and put your bid in the box.
Doesn't
I
cost that
kept
much.
it all.
What?
You guys have enough money to
You're a
maintain
monster.
an entire army.
Which we now have.
I mean, like a big army.
So no one's going to miss 200 gold from the treasury.
You wouldn't even notice.
I'll give
Two
you.
shoes, Will.
I'll give you. You get an allowance.
Oh, thanks,
You
Dad.
get per diem.
God, kids these days. I want to
Come
buy
on, Slim, let's go play.
I want to buy caramel sausage.
Hey, I paid for that with my money.
We haven't been to that guy. in
I
a
want to
while.
go ride on the magic
Probably gonna see him.
carpet
It's been a
again,
bit.
Dad.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from giving a disbursement to the senior officers. You guys are the ones. It's not like
Except you have to get through 2 shoes for it.
Yeah, let's go talk to Two Shoes about that. See how she feels.
Mom!
I mean, she'll do whatever she's told to do. She's a junior officer in the chain.
That's right.
She just wants to make sure that there is a record of where all the money goes. That's all. She doesn't care who has it, as long as there's a receipt. So you folks are. Thilwith gives you directions on how to get to the Duke of Verona's family's mansion,
Found a colour version.
and it is on
Not the school?
We're supposed to show up at his house?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, why would he's not going to be at the school?
Oh, okay. All right. Carry on.
Making house calls now.
Just
go.
came from-
In fact, if you give me the map, Matt O'Driscoll.
It's
that
not
nice-
the most up-to-date one.
It's colored. How do you do that?
We printed it here
While
a
you were
week or so ago, so it's not bang up to date, but
This
it's
is
close enough.
We're rolling up on his house uninvited.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little.
It's like, what the fuck?
It's
It's like holding like a fucking.
It's not. It's his.
Blame us all.
It's
Or his receiving home?
It's like where you. So you're in a large basilica. This is his version of that. Is where you're going. Except it's a manor house. It's got just different architecture. It's just as large, and several businesses are run from within it. It's not like it is his house. He does live there, but it's huge. It's palatial.
And we're not uninvited. We got a letter.
Yeah,
We do
we're
have a
there,
lot.
yeah.
We're doing a
The
job.
Even if you were uninvited, it's not a
Bottom
problem.
floor is
You just
commercial
might not
space.
get. You might not get an audience.
Right.
You're very unlikely we get an audience with the
So
dude.
we've got something to
Yeah.
entice him out with.
Do we know what's in that letter? Why don't you just use a diplomat's pouch?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking about what we're
Trying to make
talking
a point.
about, but
Could ask
we can thank him for the help
Nah.
at the pellet.
I bet if you open it up, I bet it says something like, "No touchy, he's mine. The chain is mine."
There's no way we can open it
The
without,
chain is
without
mine.
anyone knowing, right?
Yeah, it's got a seal.
We,
That would be
Uh,
fucking cool.
Oh wait, does anybody have mending?
That would be incredibly ballsy for her to give
would
you
be
a letter,
fucking
a
bold.
chain, a letter that says the chain is mine and delivered to him.
That's why I was asking. I was like, "There's nothing in here that's gonna like."
Is
Get
there any
us
way of
started.
opening it? It's got something.
Why
we
didn't
could-
you do an inside check on that one, Anna? Come on.
Look, everybody else can do inside checks. My inside checks are terrible. First off, why would I be doing?
Are we
inside
talking
checks?
about
That's just your role.
judges or sorry? So this is
That's a big old dude.
My player inside checks are great. I knew
yeah.
something
You
was
got
up.
that. You got that riddle right out of the gate. So this is you folks will see this, but this is where you're headed.
Yeah.
Huh?
And
We were on the purple bit, right?
you are on the purple bit.
We
yeah.
are.
And
We're still on the pellet. No, stay.
Thanks, Lars. Yeah.
We're on the purple bit.
Hey, we could all see it there.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can see it now.
Why is it so blurry? What are you doing?
It's your glasses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it looks perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, we could all see that perfectly. Are you okay?
Huh?
Looks crystal to me.
Clearly not.
Crystal clear.
Super
We were there.
Letter.
We're going there. We are there. We're going there.
That's a far trip.
Well, shall we carpet it? I want to ride the carpet again. Otherwise, that's going to take us.
Do you have enough money to?
I've got 10.
You guys have your seals now. You guys can go anywhere you want in the city.
Right, but to get it quick.
Camera
Oh,
behind you.
but with a seal, we'd have to wait at the gates and all that nonsense. We could just go.
You can just go now, yeah.
So we could go by land.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So
But I got to get across.
getting to, there's a
It's going to take them.
there's a ferry, there's a bridge. Getting there is going to take a little while. Could we clear this whole thing off?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm going to put some shit down.
Yeah, get it off. It's mine, Matt. Oh.
So that's why it's so blurry.
Clean this up real quick.
Because it's yours.
No, it's not blue.
Use the printer from like 1982.
Phil, is that
It's like
blurry?
the DPI. Hello, hi. Here I am talking to the microphone.
There's the
You need to
news.
get yourself a sequin
Seals,
shirt.
Anna.
So you can.
Yeah, so I could be like,
Huh? What?
I'm feeling so
Gotta stay
biological.
down.
Blimey, what's going on here?
Whoa! These are
Oh,
Just some bullshit.
we got some fancy sheets.
Oh God!
I need to make
A
some
lot of
space.
room here.
You need a bigger table.
Movie city.
And we do need a bigger table because some asshole has fucking inserted himself into my game.
I'll insert myself, all right. Wait, hang on.
Ooh, very
Here,
cool.
we can.
What is going on here?
These
King
are.
of Suck Falls Mountain.
Yes.
We have all. I don't know about Phil, but I think the rest of us have all. been
I
watching
haven't finished the second season.
Barry.
That,
Y'all are fucking talking about it in Discord.
that was,
Barry is so good.
yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot.
Why don't you just make a berry channel
That
that you're
guy.
not
You
invited to?
should.
It should be. Should be.
No one is
You should
allowed.
watch it. I think
Yeah, at
All
some
right.
point.
So yeah, these are tiles from something I don't remember what. I think it was a miniature war game or some shit. I don't remember.
That's cool.
I bought these a million years ago, probably like 2006
Oh, should I?
maybe.
I mean, it's
Oh,
not
I
too
was
much to
just
show,
a
but
kid.
It's before I was born.
Yeah, me too.
Who's gonna drive it home?
Still got me.
It's okay, man.
I put up this every day. That's all I hear is,
That's
you're
bullshit.
old.
I don't get that reference.
What actually happens is he just berates us about liking Pokemon and other. what else does he
Why are you
hate?
talking about Pokemon all day?
That's
What's
true.
Animal Crossing?
That's true.
Why do people like Animal
I know.
Crossing?
Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah.
What is an
If you wonder what it's like to work here, it's
Why is it
80%.
Nintendo?
It's 80% Lars and Anna talking about Harry Potter or Pokemon.
Speaking of Harry Potter, where's your
Wow.
glasses, Anna?
I had to get a
Yeah.
new prescription, so I'm. Why did you forget?
Wait, thank you for bringing that up, Matt. I probably couldn't. But
Oh my
Oh, you're close enough to hit that.
so where?
Deteriorated.
So you folks are
Yeah, my eyes are getting worse.
in the Collinsill district, which is. Can I have your map, please?
Oh, my map.
Yeah,
There you
I'll
are.
Put that shit away. I need this stuff.
Well, you know,
It's amazing.
Collinsill
Clear
is
and
this
crisp it is.
district right here.
yeah, it's so clear.
really clear.
This isn't blue.
What?
Can you see where I put this arrow? It's in one.
Oh, it's really clear.
It's the prince's territory.
Right there.
Yeah, we're in the. Ooh.
Yes.
Right in his territory.
Who's red? Navarre is the priest.
Yeah, Navarre. House Navarre runs the churches. Not all of them, but most of them.
Oh,
Blimey.
God.
I can't
Keep it
wait.
together.
Like there are so many churches in Capital that every major faction has some churches,
Okay.
but House Navarre is like he's basically the Pope.
He's the guy who we get the magic casting seals from.
Could for you probably, but for Wizard, he would probably be somebody who works for House Navarre.
What is the Citadel?
houses there.
Like, has that come up before?
The Citadel, it's a stronghold. It's an old, ruined castle, basically, or keep that was once used by the city in the state. It's in the stays. It's on one of the. It's in the kind of the corner. You can see it on the map. It's one of the dots on the map in the
Why are you putting
stays.
that away?
Because
That's probably.
it's so clear.
It's the it's,
Oh,
it's
wait,
yep. It's the one up in the upper of the stays. It's the one in the upper right.
Where that little blit is?
Yeah.
The really clear dot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
one.
that's
That's
the
like-
Citadel, and
Looks just like a
it's a large stone building, easily defensible. It used to be a military building, or the cops used it, and it's just in disrepair.
Right here.
I think I think that's what we should be
Wow,
going for our fortress.
wow, that looks this looks way cooler on there than it does here. I don't know why.
Oh, fuck,
I
yeah.
feel like I can almost like it's easier. It's almost easier to navigate.
The 3D thing.
Yeah, it's almost easier to navigate from there. So this is a very old district. Unlike the stays, the roads here are often narrow. They're very twisty and winding. The houses here are 2 or 3 story houses, and they are built up and out so that the second or third floors often are almost touching. Like neighbors can open their windows and pass things between. There are larger courtyards and stuff like that, but you definitely feel as though you've gone back in time somewhat, and that this is an older part of Capital. And as you folks are making your way down, I already asked everybody this. I asked what your perception is. Who has the best perception?
I think it was
Probably.
Was it Bill?
I have plus 5.
I'm 4.
Wow.
Yeah, I was.
I'm plus 4.
Yeah, I'm not very.
You're really
Plus
low.
3,
Well,
I
I guess
was.
it's wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you
So-
just read your book.
Well, that and I'm proficient in I
Looking at things?
well the perception skill. I took it as a
Perception?
Is perception.
doc.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
perception is
you're
like
Right,
when
it is a
somebody
skill.
stealth by you and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
yes, it is a skill. Yes,
It's on
Yes.
the sheet, just
correct.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Play the game.
Game on. 1 D&D, please.
One D&D. One D&D, please. One haircut, please. Sorry. I feel really. I had a really rough and long week, and it's only Wednesday. Yeah, in this part of town, very crowded. Probably in terms of like population density, not much different than the stays. It's just that the roads are so much narrower. You have all these people packed into, and you're not
Put
in
the
the
chronicle away.
You're not in the You're not in the stays anymore, so you folks stand out something like a sore thumb. There are certainly no goblins riding displacer beasts around here, but much like your experience in the Blues, in Blue Hill, where when you went to Sumat Pole's place. Sorry. I screwed it up once, and now I'm super paranoid. When you went to Sumat's Pole place, same kind of thing, except that's a very well-to-do Riohans. This is much more middle class, but now you're mostly surrounded by people who are ethnically Riohan. There's no goblins walking around. There's no drow walking around. And so you get a lot of people eyeballing. There are guards in the city, and they all have the same livery, but they're different than the Red Falcons. And as you are making your way through, and you're going to cut across and go over into House Verona's territory, you hear someone behind you. Well, actually, you guys can be facing this direction. That's fine. And Odie, I guess is he tiny, or is he? What's his size?
he's smaller than that mini.
Yeah, so he doesn't.
Definitely.
Does he take up a 5x5 square, or is he tiny?
Oh,
What's his actual? Do you have his stats?
I think we've always.
I'm just being. I don't know why I'm hyper focusing on this
I think
detail.
we do say he takes up a square before.
Did we? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is tiny.
He is tiny, so I think he probably doesn't take up a square.
Okay.
I think he can
Yeah, it
essentially
just says size tiny.
essentially sit on your shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, probably is. Well, he is because he's got the parasol up. It's daytime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be sat on me like.
You hear someone call out, like scream, like in pain and agony, and coming from that direction. In fact, I've got a what do you call it? I've got a laser pointer coming from over here.
Just in broad daylight.
Yeah, and you hear this like sound, like someone shouting and then simultaneously vomiting, and then you hear screams. All the people over here start running,
Oh, shit.
and you see what
Where are the
appears.
cops now? Just get over there.
To action.
Yeah, right.
Or we can just.
We're carrying the.
Or we could just keep going. We
We'll
could
just
just
go this
ignore
way.
it. Could just ignore it. Yeah, we could OD&D
That's not, how,
this.
that's not how we make money.
We could just OD&D this and be like, adventure, what's that?
was-
Adventure, what's
I'm
that?
blaming Anna forever.
It's okay. I deserve it.
Okay, so King, when you get over there, what you see is there are
We're all over here.
Are we? We're not comets. We're just
Hey,
moving.
copper.
You do.
Looks like a nice pub there, copper. You wanna?
hang on a minute.
Often.
Where is-
We're gonna need to keep Leech on a leash. Tug him along.
I'm there.
I got him on a leash. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
don't worry.
I mean, we're both leashed together, but
Yeah.
we'll just.
Look at all of
Go to
us.
the bar.
There's so many.
There's a lot. Yeah.
So lots of people are running from this little tiny courtyard here, but then there are a couple people who are like reaching down to a figure. It looks like a dragonborn, right? Not a knight, but a dragonborn dressed as in regular Rioan outfit, who's on the ground and heaving, like his whole body is racked, and people are like, "What's wrong? Are you?" And he sits up and screams again, and you hear this guttural, twisting sound come out of his body.
Do you have Lance Restoration?
No.
Transform.
Well, not
Oh.
What the shit?
What the?
Behave.
He's a were-dragon.
oh,
And you
damn.
see him go, "Ah!" And his whole body twists, his skin and flesh rip apart, and he just gains mass like the Hulk. And as his body twists and writhes and bones snap, you see horns erupt out of his head. You see wings sprout from his back, and his scales, which were darkly complected, become almost metallic black. And when the transformation is complete, there is a black dragon in front of you, and it starts raging and attacking the people around in a madness.
Whoa.
And I have no idea how long we've been playing, but I need a break. So we're gonna take a. Is it 8:30?
It's 8:25.
Wow, not bad. We usually try to time this to around 8:30. So whatever this dragon dude was,
It's that big.
yeah,
Whoa. It's
yeah.
huge.
I'm off.
Stage 2.
Yeah.
All right, so are we
it's an
doing
evolve reference. It's a stage 2 dragon.
are we doing the cigarette plan?
So
Zap, zap, walk away.
Banish it.
I'm kidding.
that's true. You can banish it where? This is where it's from. Banish it back to Dragonland.
Dragonland.
It's a
Yeah.
little known part of Disneyland.
Warps into an apartment like up the street. You see the wall just
That's where it's from. That's a guy's house. Yeah.
There's someone in the bath like that.
So we'll see you folks in about 13 minutes. Thanks for hanging out and bearing with the session, such as it has been so far. But when we come back, there's probably going to be like initiative and die rolling and stuff.
What?
Hey. So anyway,
Oh, I love my water cup up there.
do we have art this
do
week?
have art.
We do have art? Thank
Oh,
you.
do we want to show? Can you show the
You want me to grab the other thing
Can you grab the...
and then bring the letter too?
for this thing?
Yeah. Hey, we're super organized, by the way.
we've got the thing.
Not like that
and
said.
we've also got
Not like people say, we're not
that other thing.
just a bunch of boobs.
We've got some stuff.
Only some of us are.
This is, while Lars is fetching some of the stuff folks have sent us, we are still pretty overwhelmed by the fact that people occasionally make fan art based on the nonsense we get up to. So we are going to look at some of that now. Lars curates all this stuff,
Go
so
in position.
make sure to contact him. Make sure he sees it, otherwise it doesn't end up...
Yep.
What is this?
I carry the prince's crown.
Princess
Oh, that's right.
Crown.
Ooh,
That's Lady Antonia.
Yep.
that's cool. Is that the fulcrum symbol?
It is the...
Oh, and I think it's gotta be the dragon guy up there.
Oh, what are you doing?
Me, my name is Mud. And this is the chain. Black bottom boys.
Boys.
Bottom boys, they make the rock and roll go round.
Thanks, Odie. Dude, look at the little guy like on the bottom left.
Nice.
This one's awesome.
Blah, 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 blah.
Cast Revivify after 10 minutes.
Well, it takes a long time for people to die.
True.
It was 59
She was only mostly
Look, she's
dead.
all diced up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You have a
should
little flower there?
Oh, no.
That's the,
The
Harry-
Simba moment.
Grumbles.
Kid,
yeah, the kid, yeah.
Yeah, grumbles.
It's grumbles.
So happy.
Big cat's so cute.
Kind of looks like the guy from Train Your Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
This is nice.
Whoa.
This is cool. This just
Did you
showed
see
up like,
boob?
Yeah,
This came
boom.
in after I was done with all the art. I'm like, all right, well, there's another one.
yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
There's the guy we're going to kill.
that's Dickaroony, right?
That's Dickaroony.
He's in for it. He is in for it.
You should have known.
I love this.
Who are
Yeah,
these
so-
This is
assholes?
amazing. It's all awesome, but it's really cool.
It's
This
a
ha-
It was fast,
yeah, that
too.
was done when we were done playing. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Mud. That's what Mud.
That's
that-
amazing.
to me, that's what Mud looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love her
Who are these
expression.
assholes? And
That's
there's
Jerome.
yeah, that's what she looks like when she gets dressed up.
I'm
to
her
go
tonight.
talk to. Yeah, but she doesn't look like that. She doesn't wear the traditional Igaran outfit unless she's talking to another.
This is a formal portrait.
It is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yeah, I think at some point Mr. Newman's probably going to do a whole. This is awesome. This is so good.
He's so hot.
This is so awesome. This is so awesome. Yeah, I love that. That is amazing.
Make it hot. I love it. More Jar Jar words.
We'll have to fan you down.
All right.
It's my own character. I'll even more that way.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
All in the tin.
So we got this fantastic letter, which included instructions from, is this Jonathan Potter? Is that his name? Great Mustache on Twitter. And this is this the dude that does the sweet?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And he sent us, he made and 3D printed, modeled and 3D printed, I think you guys have 3 left, correct? We're given
Yeah, we
5,
actually have 3 left. Yeah.
5 red arrows
Yeah.
to use against Mortem. And so he's made a little
Oh, because it's glow.
I don't know if the sticks are still.
It might not be
active.
still
It might be
glowing.
dead, but.
What's going on?
See you folks.
See you later.
Oh, no, you can kind of. There's still a little bit there.
Oh, he's trying to.
Oh, this is on
Jerry.
purpose.
It's Jerry.
This is the end.
So,
Nice knowing you guys.
so this is perhaps not the best night
that's
to
okay.
turn the lights all the way down without any kind of warning. Like,
sweats.
Somebody cut the power.
all of our. You're just animals, man. How can they cut the power?
Somebody should enhance.
So the reason the lights went out right then was because these 3D printed arrows have a little secret compartment inside that you can put glow sticks in. And they're 3D printed such that there are these runes on them that will glow if they are shining properly. I think, unfortunately, they weren't activated.
Yeah, well, we did it like an hour, couple hours ago.
Yeah.
So.
And he printed this great stand.
Oh, nice.
So this is so not only are
this is
these dope arrows, but they come with, he made glow sticks and you put them in here and they will glow from within, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So thank you, Great Mustache. Great cosplay. Sorry we killed off the character that
You have a moustache for.
So quickly,
correct.
too.
Yeah. Now you just have to grow a mohawk and cosplay as Slim.
Perfect.
This is awesome.
Cut your nose off. You gotta cut your nose.
That's true. Yeah. Small price to pay for.
You look like
Those belong to
Voldemort for a
Thomas
little
now.
bit until you grow your hair out.
Oh yeah, that stand's really cool. Nice.
That's no small amount of
Yeah.
3D printing prowess.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's a fair bit.
The fact they're hollow is super cool.
Yeah. Well, because
Yeah, you
he
can take them
3D
apart.
printed the belt buckle for the
Yes.
sweet cosplay too.
Yeah. Hey, sweet cosplay is pretty dope.
It's really good.
Anyway,
There's a fucking dragon.
D&D.
Oh yeah.
When we last left our DM,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know where my
dragon.
Dragon.
There's a dragon there.
I
God
hardly,
bless you.
I hardly know. Dragon. Let's see. It's initiative.
I've done this
Oh my
for a
god, I
while.
left my character sheet outside. Did I? I left my character sheet outside.
It's not here, is it?
No.
No, off you go.
This has been a weird night. It was this is a weird this weird night started like Monday. And it's been weird pretty much.
Started my.
Is it a full moon?
Is it maybe? Could
it's-
be. I could
it's-
fire up NetHack and find out.
I mean, the were dragons
Where dragon?
Right.
popping
Oh,
out.
they're
so-
dragon.
Wait, why are we talking like this?
I don't know. I thought you wanted to.
Yes. I love that film.
You take the blonde. I'll take the void in the toilet. Crickets.
Well, I'm with you.
I guess I need to make one of these things.
Smack my head on the camera.
Jargon.
I misread the Steelworker spells.
I misread as well. He's a good character.
I don't think it's tonight. The next one is June.
Took a while for that
17th.
to
I
register.
think
like
isn't it
this.
the new moon? Are you looking at the lunar cycle? Or it's a
Definitely a lunar cycle.
So, King, I thought you should know, as we're looking at this dragon here, I saw a dude, robe dude, running down the street in case that serves for anything. So
What? Did you?
You want to go get him?
what's I don't know.
Copper, what's your initiative?
18.
Oh.
Slim?
12.
Boots?
22.
Damn.
King?
17.
Leech?
18, 19, 21.
And Odie?
9.
Okay. Judge?
I rolled a 13, so I have 15 total.
What was yours, King?
17.
Yeah, so I think. Oh, Slim, what was yours? 12.
Some water.
So you, Boots, see this black dragon. It's about as tall as the houses.
All right.
So I know that houses are all, 2D, so it's hard to tell. And there are the people who were trying to help this guy are now desperately trying to get away.
Understandably so.
Yeah, and it seems this black dragon, yes, pretty much as you see, it seems enraged. Or mad, or angry.
Copper, do you want to go get that guy?
Can I see him still?
Maybe. Make a perception check.
15.
Yeah, but he is, just as you're looking, like, you've reported what you saw,
Yeah.
and Boots says, can you still see him? And you're like, yeah. He goes, whoop, and turns around a corner.
Dang.
That's like 2 more tiles away from you.
So
But you know which way he went.
Yeah. I was hoping I could hunter mark him, but okay, can't see him.
Well, we can maybe track him after the fight.
Yeah. We know what way he went. Got it. I don't think it's worth splitting off for.
No,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
know.
this is what happened in our combat sims against the Black Dragon.
oh yeah,
We
I thought we ran those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, but we need to not be all bunched up where it is.
Yep.
Like we
Good thing
are
it's
right
an
now.
alleyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
These houses are
We should
small.
also be aware casting spells in public might be a little bit of a problem here. Night Seal is not.
Do you think
We're in
they're
the alley.
They
gonna?
might give us a pass.
Maybe, but let's,
Yeah.
discretion is the better part of valor.
That's a good line. And a good moment for a good line, I might say.
So like stuff like hasting Slim. It's not a
Well,
It's on a fireball.
there's no city guards within sight.
There we go.
They all fucked off.
Right.
I mean, there weren't any in this one intersection in the first place.
Cast away.
There's not cops everywhere.
All right, I'm going to shout at this dragon and cast Bane. Just sort of shout some random insulting things about how, his scales are too shiny or something. So make a charisma save.
Charisma.
DC 15.
He's fine.
All right, and then in that case, I'm gonna give Mr. Slim some inspiration. Go get him, champ. And I'm also gonna
Right.
I'm gonna dance backwards.
yeah.
That is Boots. Leech. Leech. Boots just said something very encouraging to Slim, and then
Fucked off.
did a tactical.
All right.
Something discouraging to the dragon, which didn't seem to work. So you got this. Pat, pat on the shoulder, and then in a cloud of dust.
Yeah. I might.
A tactical retrograde.
Yeah. Sorry, that
you're gonna use your shiny new thing.
Now, maybe. Yeah, I could do. Why not, eh? That's what it's here for.
Show off the new stuff.
Right, I'm going to cast my
Flex on
my
him.
blight. What does he have to save against?
Does he get to save?
Yeah, he
If
does.
you're looking at this sheet, it should say right here.
It's probably
It'll be
con,
under.
it's probably con save.
It's right here.
It's probably gonna be like DC 15.
14.
I was close.
14.
Is it a Constitution save?
Yeah. But then it's half the damage. So I get 8d8.
Well, you don't have to wait. Yeah, like I mean, yeah, you have to roll it anyway because he takes even if he succeeds, he still takes damage.
Looks like a.
I don't think your DC is only 14. Isn't it charisma based? Don't you have a +5?
He has a +3.
Oh, okay. Wow. I thought.
That's me.
Well,
Eights, D8s.
It's 8d8, yeah. Help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh my God.
6, 7, 8. Oh, never got to roll this many before. Ta-da!
Now you gotta do the
What the
math.
fuck does that say? Is that a 3? 6.
So it's going to be on 34 on average.
Is it, eh?
Is that 36? I'm just thinking average.
11, 19,
18,
24.
12,
Shut your face, shut your
23.
face, shut your face, shut your face. 29. I got blank. 29 plus 16 is 32.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, 29 plus 16
No!
is.
That doesn't sound right.
No!
34.
30, yeah.
29 plus 16 is
Oh, 40.
44.
44.
44?
Math.
Are you sure?
29
You sure?
plus 16.
It's 44.
It's 30 plus 16 minus 1.
32.
So it'd be 45.
We'll go 45, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be 45.
We got there in the end.
Do I have 46?
This is not our finest hour.
No, it's not, is it? Sold to the
Can I have my
Right.
purple
People
die
are
back?
like, yeah.
drow that's bad at math.
Yeah.
Purple.
Oh, that's,
I know
This
it's supposed
is
to be
weird.
authentic D&D, but does it have to be so authentic?
Maybe just cut this part out.
Yeah, don't worry.
Well,
We,
I got this
we
out.
do this for real.
Yeah, this
We'll
is
edit
live,
we'll
right?
edit this
Isn't
part
it?
out.
We
We'll edit
cut
this
out
part
the
out.
maths, right?
So how much damage on it? It was 30, 40,
48.
45?
45.
Got it.
I lose the spells.
So Leech,
Yes.
describe what casting Blight is like.
Oh no.
What does Leech do when Leech casts Blight?
Ooh, what does he do?
Just make it up.
It's like some weird thing that like drains their vitality.
Yeah.
Is that right? I think is what it does to the creature.
Yeah. So what is okay, sure. Yeah, it is what it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it look like when Leech casts it?
I think he would. I think his eyes would roll actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For some reason, the eyes would roll back, and he would kind of give it a.
reach out.
Yeah, like he's trying to drain it. Almost.
You see the black dragon's body shudder and its muscles ripple, and it is obviously wounded as a result. It becomes slightly desiccated, and that just makes it really angry.
Good job.
Angry at Leech.
A bit of the unlimited power.
Unlimited.
I'll just sort of go back there a little.
Get around the corner, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna try and like draw it out into the open. Do we want
So-
to try and draw it out in the open?
Wouldn't hurt.
I wouldn't mind doing a spiked growth right here because then you have to walk through all of it. And
Or fly over it?
oh, we could fly, of course.
Well-
Dragon.
It's Dragon's turn, I think.
Looks like it.
Right. Oh,
Time to
right.
cry.
Why is this?
Let's see.
all-
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right. So he will.
You can fly. God dang it. There goes spiked growth.
I think I'm in trouble. Just a spot of bother.
Oh, fuck. No.
Oh, careful. I'm a bag.
What square are you in? Boots.
I don't think I'm in a square either there, am I? Not very good. Put me in a square. There we go. Sorry. I'm all of a tither.
Oh boy.
Leech, do you make this thing mad?
Somewhat irritated, sir.
I need Judge and Slim and Odie and Boots to make a Dex save.
Odie, what would Odie's dex save
Let's
be?
see. Do I use my relic?
That's 3.
14.
9.
This is for Odie, yeah.
I got 12. I rolled a 10.
10?
You will take 54 points of acid
Holy
damage.
crap.
Holy
That's like-
shit.
Well,
Everything.
Get the fuck outta here.
Odie's dead.
I'm down.
Were you at full
You
health?
didn't save
Yeah.
either?
No.
Oh, wow.
Does this make Leech a blighter? Because he casts blight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll-
That hurt.
But Black Gesso gifted 20 subs. Sorry, I just saw this.
Holy
Thank you
crap.
very much, Black Gesso. That's a colossal amount.
But it didn't get me.
50?
No, Leech is fine. 20.
I'm
Leech
gonna. I'll just pick up Boots. I'm right next to him. I'll use my
Oh, yeah,
surgeon
yeah, reaction.
thingy. Yeah. So immediately I'll be over to Boots and I'll be like, I don't even need to go over. I'm right next to him. I go,
Yeah.
"Whoot, up you get, sir. And then you get you get a die, don't you? You get something back, a little bit of health. What is it? You get you can spend a hit die right now.
Okay.
Your own one.
You get a whole hit die.
Well,
Yeah,
it's better than being unconscious.
that's true. That's true. That is true. Let's see.
And then as I pick him up, I just quietly say to him, I do apologize. I ruffled
It's Copper and Big Cat.
some feathers.
Right.
You can get up again, mate.
Only on the ground.
Wait, he hasn't gotten up yet, though.
I guess on his turn he gets to get up.
I'm just
Oh,
not,
I
I'm just
thought I'd
conscious
get him
now.
up on my... I
Oh, well,
think that's how we played it before. 'Cause when I got Slim up, when we fought the Bodak, he just wrecked the Bodak because it was still his
what
go.
does your ability say? Does it actually say that you get to pick him up?
Once per battle, as a reaction, when ally drops unconscious, you gain a free movement. You must move towards them. You
It was
Towards the
Slim's
unconscious.
turn. That's why he
Yeah.
got up.
oh,
Because
you're right.
it was still his turn.
You're right. If you end your movement adjacent to them, they may spend a hit die. Yeah,
Oh.
actually,
Let me think about it. It might be.
Because he still needs to use movement on his turn to.
you're right. You're
Yeah,
right. When
no.
Slim went down, it was still his turn. I got him up, and then he wrecked the Bodak.
He wrecked the Bodak.
Yeah, brah. So, I guess you're still down. Pointing the sword up. I wonder what that was for a minute.
It's like one of those fainting goats, just like
I wonder he's popped. Picture 10.
that's
All right. I do Hunter's Mark, and then I attack 11 plus 11, 22. That hits?
AC 22.
Yeah.
Its armor class is 19.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's high.
yikes.
So I do 15 damage for the first hit,
15 damage.
and I'll attack again. 17 plus 11, that hits
Yeah, it does.
for 12 damage. And then I'll move Big Cat up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20.
Big Cat leaps forward.
Get in there.
Seeing who its master has, showing no fear. Big Cat has no awareness of how much larger this creature is than it is.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I never used this. I'm going to do Fury of the Small. Is this creature larger than me?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this creature larger than me? Yes.
I mean, in my mind, he's not, but. So if the creature is larger than me, which I assume he is, he
It
does.
could just be that he's like only like 2 inches
Could
away
be
from
really
you.
close.
Yeah. I do an additional 6 damage. Oh, no, 7 damage for. It's based on my level.
It is per attack.
No, just once. It's just I just do a thing. It's just a goblin thing, so I just do an, and it's gone.
Just goblin things.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you think about? Nothing. Just
It's
goblin
goblin
stuff.
thing.
And then Big Cat attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be. Oh, no, go ahead.
So I'm going to stand to the side.
eh? Do you not have to be touching him to do this?
I have 10 feet reach also.
Oh.
If he's like that, then I have 10 feet reach, yeah.
Seraphim just gifted 10 subs to the community. This is
Seraphim.
the preponderance of gifted subs is amazing.
I miss. 7 plus 6 misses. Okay.
The black dragon's tail has got this barbed tail, which you can see.
Mhm.
It whips around and attacks Big Cat.
Okay. Give me those dice.
What have we done?
It's all right. He'll displace and dodge it.
That's right.
I think he missed. AC 14.
And he's 13, but let's see one second.
Oh, really? Oh, but is he displaced? Isn't there? Don't I have disadvantage?
Disadvantage. So roll one more time, and then yeah.
My next roll is much better. So with disadvantage, I think I hit.
Okay.
So
Yes.
that is 15 points of damage.
Okay. How many did you roll?
It's
you didn't
2
roll.
dice.
Okay.
So you get 2 points of ferocity.
Okay. Thanks.
I really should. When it's not my turn, I'll look it up. Because the stuff I've come up with for displacer beasts using their ferocity is pretty cool. I think. Of course, I would think that. I wouldn't have made it up otherwise.
Can you imagine saying stuff I made up kind of sucks?
Well, you never know. Like that's sometimes things need work, and I'm aware of that. Anyway.
Okay.
So is that was Big Cat being done? It's King.
All right, well, I guess we need to cast spells at this point because we're fucked up. So
We are fucked up.
Feel
Now the thing is, like,
I mean, I did.
it's
well,
not
yeah, but
known.
he was down into the alley. Now he's out in the
Oh,
open, you know. But
we're fine.
people are getting killed. So, what is this? Is this like cover back here? What's going on here?
That is a
Nook.
that is a.
Yeah, it looks like
It's just a street that goes up to a door. You can't see the door.
Well, yeah,
there
but I
is-
mean, is this a wall right
Yeah,
here?
that's a
Okay,
building.
cool.
It's a building.
So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to.
Now, Dragonborn aren't known to like turn into dragons, right?
You've never seen one do it.
Well, the weird little wizard guy did something. So
Yeah.
Little wizard guy.
You look it's a shady little fellow.
yeah, he said he looked like
Copper
a,
snake.
a wizard guy.
What did Copper see?
He's a cloaked individual.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Some
little,
shady-
little wizard guy.
He's running
He's
around
got
from
a
the
cloak.
scene.
It's probably still
Wizards wear
around,
cloaks,
though.
Yeah.
clearly. So I'm gonna shoot a fireball at this guy. DC.
He's gonna fireball this dude.
Yep. Well, what else are we gonna do? I'm gonna fireball him up here behind his face.
Sure,
Just snap.
Boom. Yeah,
I'll use my channel
it's
divinity on
awesome.
it.
It's great. All the people living like
Yeah, really.
all the people living and working in the city on third and fourth floors
Yeah.
are gonna be like, what the fuck is going on over there?
Is it going to light houses on fire?
No, I'm doing it
Are
back
there
behind him
lunches?
in
Yeah.
this big open street area.
Maybe.
It's right here.
But you know,
It's
you
a
gotta-
20-foot
you
radius.
want to make an omelet, you got to
so
break
if I put
a
it
few
back
houses.
Okay, just
Nah, 20 foot
All right, roll your damn. Go ahead.
radius.
Oh, he has to make a save, right?
20 foot
You
radius.
have to make a save, correct? What's your DC?
DC 15. I'm gonna channel divinity it. So. Ooh.
He makes it.
What?
He makes it.
You just rolled a 1 in
No,
front
I
of
know.
me.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
No, I channeled divinity it, so it takes half of 48.
He takes half of 48.
Yep.
That's 24.
Yep. And I'm gonna go in this little nook here.
Oh,
That's cool.
I want to go in that little nook.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
That's a good note.
Look at the
I wish I had
train.
thought of that. I wish I had thought of that. I like this, the battle on the street and King hiding behind him. So the huge fireball erupts. The fire washes over the black dragon, and you can see it's singed. But once the fire evaporates, the dragon is still resplendent in its dark finery.
He's a dragon. He's gonna.
He probably has
Fire.
magic resistance or something, but
Creatures with legendary resistances can just decide to make a saving throw,
it's a good time
and they
to
can do it a couple times a day.
Did he do that?
He just did it.
He just did.
You don't know. You don't know. All you know is
and he
that he
saved on my fireball.
meta. That's metagaming.
What? You rolled
You-
the 1 in front of me.
Yeah, but that's true. But yes,
How's that
You just
metagame?
told us that.
true. That's true. But still,
I rolled the 1, but I made it. What?
why did I make that noise? That was King. It's Judge.
All right. So Judge thinks it's like really peculiar. He's not he's never seen Dragonborn do this kind of stuff before, so he thinks there's definitely something going on here. So he wants to try
Disbelief.
Persuasion.
Disbelieve.
I don't believe it.
Disbelieve. Okay.
Intimidate.
That's old school. That's old school.
Let me
Did
get
you
my.
not believe that breath that fucking wrecked all you guys?
No, I
It used to
believe-
be
I believe he's a
in
dragon.
the 70s in
I
AD&D,
believe.
an illusionist,
believe.
which was a different thing from a magic user that had access to different spells. They could make a black dragon show up. And for all intents and purposes, it looked and behaved and did the things a black dragon did. And not the only, but one of the ways you could fight it is just decide, I don't believe that that's real. And you made a roll. And that's how I rolled to disbelieve. And if you rolled well, your character didn't believe that there was a thing there. And sometimes there was. Sometimes it wasn't an illusion. It's like, well, it's adorable that you don't think there's anything there, but there is. But yeah, if it was an illusion, then it would, for you, it would go away.
Right. So
Anyway, so what are you doing?
She doesn't believe that.
You casting a spell?
Yeah.
What are you casting?
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic. So
Anna, I take back all the bad things Laura said about you.
thanks.
I mean, I said
All right, so it's one action with 120 feet. I'm definitely close enough. So I choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, I make an ability check using my spellcasting ability, which is Charisma. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. So on a successful check, the spell ends.
Right, okay.
Okay, so
Make a roll.
Okay,
I mean,
13.
you watch. So, Judge, where are you? Are you moving? Are you
No,
standing there?
I'm just like right here by
Right. So you haven't moved. So Judge calls upon the power of Asmodeus, or actually, it's the way you cast spells is just your arcane knowledge, and casts Dispel Magic on the dragon, and you watch as the dragon reconstitutes itself. At bones snap, skin flays, turns inside out, and kind of like the house from Poltergeist. And there's now naked, because his clothes are all ripped up, dragon man that falls unconscious on the ground.
Good shit, Anna. Holy shit. Yeah. Give me that one. Little high five for that.
God damn.
I've done this before.
Apparently. So
Well spotted.
yes, that's so. See you guys next week. No,
I realized that might be a problem.
that was a
It's
joke.
like
That was a joke.
Yeah, get out of there, dragon.
special for.
Get the naked mini out.
Trying to think.
That's so cool.
You can probably get up now, Boots, right?
Yeah. Let's
I'll give him a cure wounds.
He comes to. And he's like, "Who are you? Where are my clothes?"
I'll give him my cape.
He says, "Thank you."
Just
Thank
to
you.
cover
I'm not going
himself.
to do the dragon voice the whole time, but
Yeah.
he's like, he's really confused. And you're obviously a nice, respectable Rioan gentleman.
Yeah. So I hand him my cape and I
He
say
puts it on.
I say we're the chain of Acheron. We're Knights of the Prince.
You were just a dragon. Have you been bitten by a dragon? Is it the
He doesn't
balloon?
understand what you're talking about.
Huh.
He's like,
Somebody
"Who
just
took? Someone took my clothes."
Well, they're just over there. They're
Your
just
clothes
ripped.
were yeah.
Well, are we still all fucking like acided up and
Yeah.
stuff?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the huge
Or like
streak of
sizzling or
acid
something.
over there.
Yeah.
Sir, I don't know if this is a
There's-
common occurrence for you, but you just turned into a 3-story tall black dragon and started kind of.
He like pushes you away and it rejects what you're saying.
look at us.
You've gone mad.
Look at us. We're covered in what you've done. I can't remember.
Blimey.
I can't remember if it was a fire attack or
Wow, I
acid
feel like
attack.
that
Wow.
Definitely a yuck.
That's our first
my
critical
youth.
blimey.
That was funny.
That's amazing.
Go ahead and pass the button.
We're soaking in it.
It's all over me.
Anyway.
Judge, settle down. Listen,
Yeah.
we don't think this is your fault. But
Oh,
Should we
we
go
should
chase
probably
him?
go after the
At
guy.
least it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
Rioan semen.
At least me or something?
Well,
Start running?
He pulls the cloak around him and he says, I must get to the church. Which is kind of like what a Rioan would say in lieu of, I gotta go to the hospital.
So this guy doesn't know what the fuck just happened. I think
I
we're
think he was just
wasting valuable time. We should
the
be going
unlucky
after
target of a thing.
Yeah, let's go find the cloak.
Fucking
I agree with
sneaky
Slim.
dude.
well,
assessment.
I got.
Keep
what's your
yourself
name?
covered on the way there. So actually, are Dragonborn like? Are they even here in capital? Are they still kind of like bounty hunted?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I mean, it's no. That's a purely Vaslorian thing. That's specifically people in Vasloria trying to
some kind of anti-Dragonborn agenda going on here.
perhaps. His name's Karaset.
Karaset?
Karaset.
Kerosene.
Okay, well, I'm all fucked up.
You want
my
to
God.
cure wounds or something? I've got some of that. I think.
I got clear ones too.
I mean, I can spend hit dice, but we'd have to do it break.
Well, I don't think we want to do a rest yet.
Right.
So go
We
ahead
gotta
and
chase
do
this
a do 2d8 plus 4, Phil.
Okay.
And I guess do the same thing, Boots, because you got nailed.
2d8 plus 4?
Yeah.
I didn't get to roll on the recharge die to see if it. Let's see what would have happened. Would he have recharged his breath weapon? No.
Ah,
You would
Get
have
outta
been.
here.
You would have been fine.
You sure that's not a yes?
You would have been fine.
It would have been yes at the time.
Oh,
So bold to roll in front of the screen.
It's true. That's true, and it doesn't matter. I rolled in front of this room. Notice that.
I'm also gonna do Cure Wounds level 3 on my.
So I rolled
Can I do
poorly.
that
I got 8
Yeah,
back.
you can cast
Here, I
it
can
on
give you.
You hear what now? Not entirely unlike the sound that people on that alleyway made when that dude turned into a black dragon. You hear dozens of people screaming, coming.
Back to where the dragon was.
No,
We gotta go
that guy
slow
was-
down.
Like
38.
down here somewhere.
Shit.
Oh, off the map.
How much health did you have?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We gotta go stop that guy before
We
he
gotta-
makes
yeah.
more fucking giant dragons. So
Let's go.
Yeah.
can you pick up his? Can you see if you can pick up his tracks?
Oh yeah.
Well, you know which way he went.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but
You
he
saw
went
him.
around a corner.
Let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Well,
Let's go.
Right, yeah.
Copper,
follow
mount up.
Copper.
I've got my mooncat boots, so I can
Oh,
keep
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah.
You do get extra movement from the mooncat boots.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're as fast as a.
What? How
Displacer.
fast are you?
40.
We
Yeah, me too.
tell the dragon
Really?
man.
They're only. Yeah, it's only.
I can
40.
run. I can run as fast as Big Cat. So I'm like just Tom
Only
Cruise,
2
like,
lanes.
That's fucking cool, Tom Cruise.
doing the Tom Cruise run, keeping up with a displacer beast.
We tell the dragon man the guy who did this to you ran that way. And we're
He's-
going after him.
He's still kind of trying to rebuild his reality.
Be safe, friend. Get
Yeah.
somewhere where just
Where you can't be turned
See
into
ya.
black.
He's,
dragon.
he, he stops and holds the cloak around him. He goes, "Thank you."
The chain of Acheron saved you.
Yes.
Here's our card.
Yeah, here's a-
There's a pin
mention
on
this
the
to,
cloak.
if,
Yeah,
if, if a reporter
You can
asks
stay by the
you.
chain of Acheron.
Yeah, remember that.
If a reporter asks you anything, we didn't have anything to do with this, but we saved your ass.
Yeah.
And we saved the neighborhood.
He goes, yeah, correct. Yeah.
And we didn't even have to use any spells.
No, what, yeah.
Copy carries around little standards that we just throw, we plant down, we pick up.
So Copper
here.
and Boots. So we're gonna use the same road intersection
Okay.
thing, except you guys are now. Let's reverse
Coming from
it. So
this
that,
way?
yeah, you guys are basically coming from this direction into here. So
Alright.
so could put Copper and Boots over here. Actually, put Copper and Boots like I would say here.
And we can be at the edge down here or something.
Yeah, facing in this
Should we be
direction.
coming from this way?
So
Over here?
that's good.
You didn't bring Leech back there. OD, I'm going to leave dead for a bit. Bit of peace and quiet.
You think that's what you deserve?
The time.
That means you're in the parasol now. Did your parasol get
Oh.
acided up there?
Fuck, is it daylight?
It is.
You're in the alleyway.
Oh, maybe.
Let me off one there.
Daylight. It's not.
Well, no, you didn't have to roll the hits.
Oh, no.
Turns
that's
out it
true.
is daylight and dragons today.
Daylight. Yeah, very
Open
good.
fields and
Open
dragons.
fields and dragons we're playing, are we? If I cast it back, it's a spell, isn't it? Right.
So
Fuck him.
you two come upon a horrific sight. There was a crowd of people here. The streets are crowded, but most of this is already over. But you can see there's still 2 or 3 people. It's I wonder if I can actually draw on this. Is this? I think it's treated. Let's find out. Nope, no, it is. I was kidding. So like going out to here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and out to here, and all of this area, and all of this area.
Mhm.
So this whole space,
Mhm.
and you're like right at the edge of it. There are people here whose bodies are dissolving into a giant red furry mold. And much of it is already complete, but there are some who are calling out and screaming, reaching out. They'll reach out to you to try to grab you as you watch their bodies, their organs and skin turn into liquid, turn red, and then become part of this huge mat of russet mold that is growing now throughout the city and writhing and reaching up the walls and out toward you. And there are people people here and people there screaming and, clutching, trying to grab loved ones who were just turned into a giant mold. And it's initiative.
Damn.
Holy crap.
And you notice
Fuck.
a figure.
Yeah, I was going to.
Maybe I
Do you have like an ensnaring strike or
You
something,
know what?
Tom?
What's that?
You have like a root strike or something, I think.
And people are pointing, saying, it was him. And he's kind of pushing them away. And it's this figure is... It's hard to be precise without some, objective frame of reference, but appears to be about 10 feet tall.
10 feet tall.
Yeah.
Looks a bit like
Almost twice as tall as a person.
10 foot.
Does he have any other defining
Sumac hole.
features?
No.
It's like a Bodak.
Wearing a cloak.
Just wearing a cloak head to foot.
Can we see his face or anything?
No. Copper and Boots can make a perception check.
Really?
It is an issue
Yeah,
for the rest of y'all.
initiative,
16.
16 is pretty good.
Come on.
10.
Was that your
Yes.
perception or
That was
initiative?
perception.
You notice a glint of metal flashes as he pulls the cloak around him. Someone tries to grab him and stop him, and he yanks the cloak away, and you get this flash of silver or gold. It's hard to tell.
No symbols or anything. I don't see it.
Damn.
It's not like it's a higher level clockwork kid thing, is
Yeah.
it?
Oh,
Like the next level of them.
I'm going to find
that's
out.
right. Forgot about those guys.
Is that him right there?
Yeah. That's the Bodak.
It is also the Bodak, correct? Yes.
It's two Bodaks.
Boots.
Yeah, on top of
each other.
Yeah.
Trying to
Come
get
back for revenge.
trying to get into a pub.
This is
Wrong
the
enough.
Dabok, not a Bodak. It's very, very different. Wildly. Boots, what's your initiative?
25.
That's a good initiative, yeah.
Blimey.
Leech, what's your initiative?
13.
It'd be
Unlucky
convenient if it
for
was
some-
less than Boots, but not much less. 13.
That would be me.
Black Dragon is now of interest only to historians. Copper and Big Cat?
22.
22. Thank you. King?
18.
18. What was yours? 13?
13, yeah.
13. Judge?
7.
Yay! Slim?
13.
13 is the same as Leech?
What's
that
your
right?
dex?
Slim's is higher.
16.
No, yours is.
Okay. And then Odie is now
He's dead.
currently visiting his Infernal Master.
Yeah, he's having a rest.
Or I guess it's your drow mistress is the one who's saddled.
Yep. It is.
Right. So now I need to make an saving throw.
If I bring him back, I have to use a spell, don't
A saving throw. I need.
I? Is that right, Lars? To
Weren't
bring him
you?
back?
Yeah. What were we talking about at dinner about Anna's rolling?
Shut up.
Like, check the stats. They don't.
The folks at MCDM stats. I'm very much. You may have noticed. I'm very much off kilter all night tonight. It's been a rough week, but the folks at MCDM. I actually have no. I don't think any of us know who the folks at MCDM stats are.
They're amazing.
But they do a fantastic work. If you're still watching at this point, I recommend you follow them on Twitter. But also, we have an amazing wiki that folks maintain and update all the time. It's great. And also, I think you folks watching right now probably know this, but I believe it's Carrie P who does a recap, writes very useful to me when I'm doing the campaign diary. That'll probably be up tonight if past behavior is any indication. I may have just put Carrie P on the spot. I apologize if so, but it's a really she does a remarkable job of writing up everything that happened in the stream tonight. Probably gonna be really relatively short right up to
My
there's
little
a bunch
boy,
of faffing about.
my little boy asked me like, "What do you do in D&D? What do you do in D&D?"
Yeah.
And I've started reading them the campaign
Oh, yeah?
stuff. That I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Thank you.
So, like, yeah. So I'll be like,
that's so cool.
"Oh, we did this, and there's a scroll," and
You're like, hang on a
you know,
minute.
wait a minute. so someone's written it all
That's great.
down.
That's
It's, like
great.
it's almost like a story.
Almost, yeah.
Well, yeah, almost like a story.
It's almost.
But it is a
Yeah.
story.
If only I were Fire Badge Dungeon Master, or probably you're stuck with me. You're stuck
I'm
with me. Stuck with
sorry,
me.
I didn't mean it like that. But so the badge is on. So.
Yeah, I'm
Moving on.
joking. Right. So let's see. Where's a die that has twice as
I don't know
many?
if this guy's running.
Yeah, we need to get him.
Yeah, I feel like if we get him, we get that kind of like that red.
Gonna jump him.
Ooh,
I can fly. What does fly do?
See, the problem with a lot of this stuff is that I have to use an action to get it on me. And I could,
but then you're down around, I guess.
right? But then, then I'm down in action.
We don't know if this guy's going to be as scary either. I'm going to haste you so you can get up there and start.
He's
Like, you can
basically-
stop him
he's
because
like
you
this-
have strength.
But wait, he has to go through.
Yeah, we
the-
have to go through. It's
through
probably
the
going to hurt
mold.
us.
Shall I
Well, yeah,
put-
but he's going to get an extra movement.
He's the Spyro 8.
But he could have to touch
So to
it.
grab him.
Carrie P writes
He
them
has
live.
his jump
Also, if I
thing,
remember correctly, Carrie P will
jump.
take it a point to message people who jump into chat late and go, "What happened?"
Oh, yeah.
and go, "Well, here's
Maybe they
what
started
here's
doing
what has been written so
Bulldog,
far,"
yeah.
which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's good value for money.
Should we?
Yeah.
Exclamation point recap!
Jump, right?
Exclamation
I-
point
I- I
recap!
have
to get
to.
that is
So you can
fucking
have-
cool.
well,
I did not know that.
You'll get another
That
attack.
is dope.
Our mods are
With
great.
haste.
dude.
Our mods are the best. we're at some point
Yeah,
we're gonna get our
so-
shit together and come up with stuff we can
Joe.
reward patrons with, like pins and stuff.
When I get
And
there,
we'll make sure that our mods get a bunch of that stuff.
I will
One thing at a time.
use my action.
We're still a small company. So anyway,
I've
it's
got 2
boots.
hits on him.
Boots.
Yeah, all right.
What do boots do?
Boots. There's about
I
I
like
don't know.
saying that.
It looks like about 30
Yeah.
30 people have been dissolved into a giant rusted mold here in the city, and the mold is now crawling across the streets and climbing up the walls.
I'm gonna take a cue from Judge and try and dispel it.
Okay.
It got real short if it's all dispelled.
So that's 17 versus 10 plus the spell level.
Unfortunately, nothing happens.
It's worth a shot. Sorry, everybody. And then
ringworm,
I'm
isn't it?
going to.
The problem is that Boots's knowledge of the arcane that grants you access to those spells. When it was a great idea, but when the spell fails, you think, yeah, because that dragon was still a thing, just turned into another thing. But now there's no way to disassociate the soup of people who have turned into this giant russet mold. Mark off the spell.
So I mutter a little word of confidence to myself, and then yeet my way across this white mold to try and catch this bastard.
Did you just?
I was gonna yeet my way over here.
10, 20, 25, 30, 35,
40.
40. So yeah, I can get right up there.
All right, I need you to make a Constitution save.
The new flavor of go juice.
You gotta yell yeet. Like
Is this a new flavor of juice? No, it's a grape juice.
Oh, that's fine.
16.
16. Okay, you're fine. Your boots are the Mooncat's boots are covered in this russet mold. That's got. It looks like the kind of gross furry mold that grows over food, except it's deep red. And now, can I see your character sheet, please?
Now you are a mold.
How many spells per day can you cast? How does spell casting work for you?
Flip it over.
Hello. Ooh,
There's a section labeled spellcasting.
I
think
see
you'll
that.
find it
So you have
contains
3
it.
more spell slots, correct? Wait, you have, Oh, you have a 4th level spell slot, a 3rd level spell slot. Awesome. Fantastic. Great.
Uh-oh.
The mold eats your feet.
I need you to
How do you
roll,
wear your
I
boots
need you to
now?
roll a 4-sided die.
A D4?
That is a D4, correct?
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've lost 2 feet out of 4.
What's the range on that? Yeah, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 60. 1, 2, 3, it's copper. 4, 5, 6, it's slim.
4, 5, 6.
Copper, could you do me a favor and make a saving throw?
Okay.
Wisdom save. The DC is 15.
Wisdom save. Oh. 15 exact. 14 plus 1. That makes
Awesome.
sense.
So hang on a minute. I have to mark the spell off.
What?
You just used. He tried to be so cool there with that mark off and just broke his damn leg.
As you approach this figure, it takes a lot of practice and study in order to master spells, and so when the act of preparing them is the act of kind of having them always at the forefront of your mind, right? So that you can at a moment's notice recall the spell. That's what you're doing when you're preparing your spell, is you're studying your spell book or recalling your training, and just over and over again, and almost like that when you're at a wedding and somebody says, if anybody has a reason to stop this, and you're like, you feel this sudden compulsion to just speak out, but you don't. But in this case, you can't resist it, and you do. This your Crown of Madness spell. The knowledge of it just suddenly comes into your mind, and you are unable to control yourself or stop yourself, and you inadvertently try to cast it on Copper.
Wait, Crown of Madness?
Yeah.
Second level spell. Thank you very much.
Is it shit? You tried to cheat, but
Okay. Well, okay. It seemed like you rolled well, but I guess you still.
all right.
Maybe
So
something else.
is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. It's Copper and Big Cat.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and snare and strike. See if that'll root him in place. If he tries. Next creature hits. 12 plus 11, 22. That hits.
What are you attacking?
Oh, sorry, I'm attacking this guy.
You're attacking him?
Yeah, the Dodak.
Stand by.
I forgot what his name he gave him.
Dodecahedron.
There you go.
Oh yeah, you hit.
Right, I assume we should be hitting him.
He doesn't have to make a save or anything, right? It's just.
So this next part he does. I'm doing a ensnaring strength check. If he fails, he gets ensnared.
What's the DC on the strength check?
12. So it's not very high, but
This is a saving throw, though, right?
yeah,
Against a
he has
spell.
to make a strength check.
Right.
Spell,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh, 17.
Okay, so nothing happens. And then
Does literally nothing happen? Like the spell
Yeah.
doesn't even go off? All right, yeah. You folks see Copper shoot a magic,
vines.
a spell arrow, and it dissolves before it can reach whatever that figure is.
okay. So I
It just kind of goes and evaporates right before it hits him.
but I still do 8 damage. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that was my first hit, 8 damage.
Oh, so you,
It's like it's an addition to the normal.
okay,
attack.
fair enough. Wow.
And then 22. I assume that hits for 22.
Yep.
For 9 damage.
Got it.
Magic. And then I don't think I'm gonna have Big Cat move. Or maybe I could climb the building.
Oh.
Maybe I'll do that.
That's Copper Big Cat's king.
Oh, he's having big cat.
He's
He's
thinking
okay.
Oh,
about
sorry.
it.
I
sorry.
wonder if I should climb.
I mean, I can take my turn real quick. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
Haste to Slim. Tap you on the shoulder.
Okay.
Go get him, big boy. I go back to my home. And I sell
kind of-
boots. Smack.
Call him as soon as I can.
Commander ability.
Can I move at all?
You can choose to move, or you can. So, senior officer of the chain, they may move their speed, gain a free melee attack,
All right.
or gain a free melee attack. You don't get both.
Oh, I don't get both.
Do not get both.
Shoot. Well, in that case,
It's a Trap has gifted 4 more subs.
It's a trap.
It's a Trap who made the 3D printed
Oh, nice.
throne up there.
Oh, nice.
Has gifted a total of 234
Wow.
subs.
Wow.
Blimey.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
it is. It's a ridiculous amount. Thank you.
Nice. Cheers, it's a trap.
So Slim, you get +2 AC. Your speed is doubled. You have advantage on deck saves, and you get 1 extra action. Be 1 attack, 1 dash, 1 dot, or disengage, 1 hide.
Right, but you get 1 extra action, but it's only those things.
Yes. But also your speed is doubled.
Right.
So
19 plus 8.
Hits. Are you attacking this thing?
Yes.
Yeah, get that. Okay.
All right, so it takes.
Oh, if I can get there.
Can't you jump? I know you're back there, aren't you?
well, what's
Takes-
your is it 30?
Oh, look, there's a new emote. Thank you, Reagan.
It takes 21
DC and
damage.
new. 21 damage?
Yeah, you'd be like 1 away.
21.
Take a couple of turns to.
Can I? What if I
But
give him
you
fly?
could use your extra movement from the haste.
Mhm.
And that's one movement.
And the haste
so you could
goes up
use
to
the extra movement
25.
from the haste, and then you could actually take your attack as normal. And if you wanted to action surge, you could.
Well,
Because with haste
the action
movements-
surge just gives me another action. It doesn't give me a move and an action.
Yeah, correct. But your haste gives you another movement, so it doubles your speed, and you can choose.
You could do 3 movements.
Yeah,
Basically.
but you'll only have to do 2 because right now your speed's doubled.
Oh.
Haste, if I'm reading this right, it's a speed doubled.
So just move
So-
here and then jump.
The 60 will put you here.
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then you can use the haste movement to get around over here, and then you still have your attack. And then you can action surge if you want.
Okay.
We're learning.
Don't get up.
So you attack the robed figure in front of you.
Yes.
Stabbing him with your rapier.
Mhm.
And it spins around, and you catch a glimpse of its face under the hood. And actually, is there a picture of this? There might be. But so this figure towers over you.
Yeah. Imagine I was stabbing its knees.
Well saved.
I'll stab your knees.
Yes.
I don't know why. What?
Question mark?
Uh,
Oh, he's drawing him out. Maybe.
Oh, nice chiaroscuro.
I can't believe you wrote on the back of that.
listen, I gotta make it says it literally
Wow.
says on here huge fuckface.
Yeah, so
I
yeah.
got to write on what I got.
Right.
And there are probably some other details to his features that you would enjoy communicating, except you watch as the eyes of this creature flare.
Every time. Everything with its fucking glowy eyes.
It's yeah. And you watch Boots transform.
So you're fine.
Oh, shit.
Wait, Boots transforms?
Boots is? Oh, fuck.
So that's your character now.
What's your character now?
Time to dispel boots.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Here, this is what Boots looks like now. This takes a couple
What
seconds.
do boots look like?
Was
As
he a druid?
A fucking shambling mound.
No, I mean like this guy.
Yeah.
I have turned into a shambling man.
like Boots's erupting from Boots's clothes are vines that sprout leaves, and his skin starts to change into this green leathery substance, and he erupts out of his outfit. Your boots are destroyed. No, I'm kidding. Your boots-
So much for your fancy
Yeah.
clothes.
but like
Oh, yeah,
you
you
do
my
this
fancy
this
clothes
figure.
definitely fucked.
That's your end.
Uh-huh.
So you do not remember being Boots. You are now a mambling sound.
I am a dirt.
Sound.
Yeah, in fact, I think I have
A mambling sound.
shambling mound mini,
Oh, nice.
but I don't know that I have it here.
No, not
No.
nice.
Well, I mean, the mini's nice. Boots being a
yeah.
shambling fuck face.
We'll use this.
Shambling wink.
A
Tree.
A tree. Boots a tree.
Oh, great.
And passing dog cocks his leg on him.
That was King's action, correct? So let's see.
Fuck.
Get a spell.
I think I'm good. I think I got it.
I can cast it on my next turn if you can't.
What do you got?
I can cast it. I have dispel magic.
Copper. That's a miss.
Is it a
King?
curse, you think?
I don't know. Probably not.
Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck these dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
That's
die,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Fuck the dice.
Good dice.
Anna,
No,
those,
Boots, no.
Anna, those are the ones you rolled before, yeah?
There we go.
Good, good. Ah,
No, of course I didn't. I want to touch somebody else's dice. God,
well, I touch yours all the time.
You better not.
Yeah, Lars lets me in to do it.
Can Odie, like, mandatory come here, like, for an hour a day just to...
Just a troll analyst.
You're gonna.
He'll troll me, too.
Copper.
Phil's gonna hire me out to troll.
Everybody else trolls me.
That's not true.
Big Cat takes 3 more dice of damage, gaining 3 more ferocity,
Okay.
and takes 15 points of bludgeoning damage as a pseudopod of the russet mold strikes it. Go ahead and make a Constitution save.
Actually, I think Jerry doesn't troll me. He's the only nice one here.
That was good. 7.
7? Okay. Big Cat, there's a patch of russet mold left on Big Cat's shoulder.
That's
No.
not good. You gotta get that looked at.
Big Cat's Constitution goes down by 2.
Whoa. Fuck me.
What attacked him? Like the
The mold. The mold attacked all 3 of you, but it's these pseudopods come out and strike, and they missed Copper and King. They have reach, but they hit Big Cat.
Fuck, I forgot about the mold. We're so worried about Bodak guy.
I don't even maybe having like Lysol.
That is the mold, and he goes on mold.
What? He's out of there.
Shamble after him, dude.
Go mount. He's an incoherent blob of. He's Swamp Thing, basically.
Well, you have 100
He's
with the haste if you use the haste movement. So
I'm gonna have to run through
so
that.
it's gonna
fucking
be
mold.
Leech's turn.
Can I zap? I can zap this mold, can't I? I see why not. I don't even have
Full of people.
Just jump it.
No, the dead people.
I think they're still alive, right? Aren't they like,
they've turned into
Probably
goop.
They're just goop.
And
liquefied.
so fuck.
Or
I
you
might
can.
catch up a bit anyway.
I'm gonna try climbing this building. Get across
Yeah.
the cat, but
You could probably just go across it and
Yeah.
get to him, but
That's not moving in 30, isn't it?
your movement, you might have 35.
you know, he
as
had
a-
OD. OD could fly after
there he
him.
is.
I mean, that one's
Ooh,
much better
cool.
craftsmanship.
I missed that tree.
Wow. He's full of trash.
Jerry giggling at my new visage.
He's got skulls in him and shit.
I'm gonna zap this mold. But I'm at disadvantage. I take it it's sunny, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is.
I'm at disadvantage.
And I believe
Give them
your
the
sunlight
decent
sensitivity
shade.
is if either you or your target.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
even if you
wow.
had a parasol, it still wouldn't help.
Yeah. Correct. The parasol's just, I like it.
I like it too. Drow with a parasol. What's not to like?
My lowest one, it's a 5 plus 6, 11.
Yeah, 11 hits. 11 says AC.
Okay, so I got 11 on
It's
that one.
incredibly easy to hit. It's a giant. It's a massive. It's like a city block-sized russet mold.
That's my lowest, so that's 16. So I've hit with both.
Oh, the
of those.
russet mold, by the way, starts climbing over this house. It starts growing over the house. And it's going to eat the house.
Oh god.
And then damage is
Just another day in capital. Life in the big city. That would have been a good
10,
name for this episode. Life in the big city.
10 plus 3 is 13. 13 with 1, and then 5 plus 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. So 21 damage total.
21 damage total to the mold.
Mm-hmm. See? I don't worry about sunlight.
And what are you attacking with?
Oh, agonizing blast.
Agonizing blast. Yes. He is your agonizingly buffed Eldritch Blast. Yeah, so you watch as Leech just fires his what was the description that I gave it, because it's a celestial, so it's
like golden.
holy gold. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like golden, radiant golden energy.
Yeah, radiant, yeah.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Dun, dun, dun.
Slim.
Huh. Did the mold react when it got hit?
Yeah, you can see every time you strike it, you burn away
Okay.
mold, and it stays burned away, but it slowly starts to kind of crawl back to fill the gap left. So there's a couple of spots, one for each agonizing blast of bare cobblestone.
Ooh.
But
Not long enough to hop through.
you could kind of
Run through the agonizing blast.
You got a
streaks.
couple of holes in there.
Oh, did it make like a path through?
No, it didn't make a path. It just made a couple of patches.
2 holes.
Two L's.
There's an H in that word.
Two L's. 4 candles.
So how far across is the mold?
It's
6.
35 as the crow molds.
How does one do a long jump?
So
well, Slim has jump.
I do, but I'll have to use an action to cast it or to enable it.
It's weird that's not a bonus action.
Yeah, it's not.
You are hasted. You still get an action.
That's true.
I get an extra action.
You get it, but only there's a list of what you can do with it.
Yeah, it's Yes, but you can only do one attack. Is basically what it is. So when
Right.
you're level 5, you don't get 2 attacks from it.
But can you use it to get an attack?
One attack.
Yeah, not an attack action.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Extra action. 1 attack, comma dash, comma disengage, comma hide.
That's the only 3 things.
Attack, disengage, hide, and the other one. 4 things.
What was the 4th one?
Dash. So an extra movement.
Dash, disengage.
Ha.
Okay.
What are you howling about?
No.
Ha
Right now you have 120.
welcome to being a permanent shambling man.
So is the shambling mound is
Boots.
it'll attack me though.
Yeah, it's correct. It doesn't know it's boots. It doesn't know it was boots.
Do I just run through it?
Well, let's see here.
I mean, I'll have to make a saving throw, right?
How high is
Yes.
your jump?
Yeah.
You can jump on the fucking.
Yeah. 'Cause you can
On the
go
building.
the thing and you can just zap them.
Remember,
Height-
you've got the inspiration die. Don't forget about that.
No, I know. Height is
Although, how inspiring is a shambling mound?
not as
I already inspired it.
I know.
like crazy as
Then
distance.
I would just.
You're like,
We gotta
"Don't fuck
stop
with
that
me."
fucking
I
guy
already
because he's
did
gonna
that.
keep doing shit like this. So
Yeah.
unless we can get over there, like we'll take care of Boots and whatever the fuck this is. You need to go fuck that guy's day up.
All right, just know that I'm like about half of my hit points.
Took
a little less than
54
half.
damage from that fucking
Yeah.
black dragon.
Shit.
I mean, I can get there, and but I mean,
God, look how badass Slim's art is, dude.
like
You're
if
such a good artist, man.
oh, thanks. If I get there, I mean, I'm not gonna last that long by myself. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he could turn you into a thing too.
Cheater stream
Yeah, right.
store.
But if we let him keep going,
I got a whole deck of monsters here. Okay. I'm kidding. That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Fuck it. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to
Do the
do
chain of
right now.
Akron, not the chain of let's sit around and
Just I don't want to take any opportunity attacks from fucknut there. So can I? Sorry,
You could hop over here and go.
I can't tell if that's something I can just walk over or if that's
there are crates there.
oh crates.
Yeah, I mean you could just land on them. It's not gonna.
How long's your jump?
It's
You would have to make an acrobatics check to land on this.
double my speed, or you double my strength. So 36.
So
You can jump
30.
If you wanted to land
If
here,
I get a 10, if I get a
So if you go from here,
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, I thought you said it was 35 across.
hang on a minute. Hang on. How many? It's double your strength. Your strength is what?
18.
18. So it's 36,
Mhm.
right? So that's
35.
How many? 36
That's 7.
feet. Is it 7 squares?
Yeah, 7.
It'll get you
I'll have to get a run at
Okay,
it.
so I'm
Yeah,
about to
by 10
ruin your
feet.
day.
Mhm.
That is not in addition to your movement.
What do you mean?
I mean, you have a certain amount of movement,
Uh-huh.
and you can
Oh.
jump some of it. Just how much of it you can jump. It doesn't give you extra movement.
How about
Yeah,
this?
but he's hasted
You-
right now, so
Right.
he has double his movement.
Okay.
So his
Wait,
movement's
that-
huge right now.
So I'll jump.
What is the point of jumping then?
Jump over stuff.
Like this situation.
Jump over this. Right.
So what,
but it doesn't.
like
It doesn't give you.
half of my turn. I'm like hovering in the air.
Yeah, I think that's technically how it
It's
works.
fucking stupid.
Well, but that's the thing is that the haste gives you extra movement. The Mooncat's boost, but
Right.
jump is just a thing anybody can do.
Right.
It doesn't give you extra movement. It's just a way to get. It's a way to use your movement.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I know it is.
I thought you had a jump like spell.
It's not a downer. It's just stupid. I mean, like,
Well,
how
it's-
fucking how long does it take to jump something? I
I
mean,
had 2 disappointing mechanics rules today.
What was the
Yeah.
other one?
They're the
all
ones
right. Well,
that
whatever.
time for
That's the
crafting
rules.
shit.
That's the rules.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
well, you got 120 feet of movement, so you can
just
still,
fucking
Okay, so-
move me as far
Because
as
what I was going to say was if you start jumping here, you could go 5, 10, 15, 20.
How high is that?
This is 20 feet up.
I don't know if I can get that high.
Oh, is there a limit to how high you can get?
Well, it's there's yes.
Makes sense.
Um,
Yeah, and when you cast the jump spell, it just triples the jump
This-
distance.
oh wait, target's jump distance is tripled until the spell ends.
These squares at the edge are 10 feet up. These squares are 5.
It doesn't matter though because I'm going to be hovering in the air.
And then you land.
Fucking retarded.
I'm alive.
I don't know, clearly, I'm going to have to do something.
It's crazy as shit.
Well, if you want, I don't know if this is possible, but if
I'm just saying you could land, if you have the height, you can land on the roof. You don't have to.
Yeah, I don't think I can jump that high.
well, if Slim wants to tell me what he's gonna tell Judge what he's about to do,
Mhm.
he's like, Judge, help me like cover this distance. Like Judge has magic missile, and I feel like Judge should be able to like blast a few squares. That way you can run further, and then like I can part
the sea a little
Part
bit,
the Red Sea.
and then you can kind of jump and land within.
I think I'm just gonna run through it.
Okay.
This jump spell irritates me, and I just don't want to.
You're just fucking.
I'm just like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. If you're gonna make stupid rules,
Yeah. Run through the
Okay,
ball.
so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
hmm
And then let's see if we can.
You could do dash if you want to do more.
That's 11. There.
Oh,
I can Misty Step as a bonus action, so
Oh.
I don't need to. I
Does
just need
Misty
to get
Step need a target? Why don't you just Misty Step over here then? How far?
30 feet.
30 feet?
So basically, what I was thinking is, if I could get far enough up, I could Misty Step in front of them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then, and then I'll action surge.
Ooh,
Yeah, sure.
cool.
Okay. Well, you can get to, I believe it was here
Mhm.
with your 12 movement.
hmm
So that and the Misty Step to him.
I
I don't think that's 30 feet to Misty Step.
don't know. Count it out.
Yeah, it was right here. 6 would be 30 feet, so that'd be right behind him.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, actually, fuck, you can't see though, right?
well, I know where he went. I'll be able to see once I get up there.
All right. Well,
Are you able to use your action surge to grapple?
No. Wait, action surge? Maybe.
so 12 will get you here.
Uh-huh.
And then you're going to Misty Step in front of him, which is 6.
Ah,
I think I might need to see
Yeah.
where I'm
You
going.
always have to be able to.
damn.
All right.
Well, you don't always. You can teleport. Maybe you could. Maybe Misty Step would let you.
10, 11, 12. See further. No, it wants to be closer.
Where the fuck is?
What are those fucking X-wing things?
Yeah, you would end
Yeah,
up right
from
here.
right here. You can,
Oh yeah,
you can get right
an
behind
occupied
him.
space that you can see.
Yeah.
So you can get behind him.
All right. Well, let's do that. I'll take my fucking chances.
yeah. Look at that move.
But I'm gonna have to
Walk through the.
walk through the
Lose
russet
one
mold.
step.
So I
Make
got
a
a
Constitution save.
Constitution save. Okay. Well, I can use this only if I need to.
Yeah, you can roll the d20 first,
Uh-huh.
and then decide if it's looking low.
I got a
That's fine.
22.
Yeah, you're fine.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
So healthy.
Skip
All right,
through
So
that.
healthy. So healthy.
Yeah.
So
Full
constitution.
of vigor.
Okay, so then I Misty Step past Shambler, and I don't got to worry about him.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You see the
Is
shambling
this where you
mouse
end
go
up?
Yes.
and grab at the mist where Slim used to be.
All right, so
All confused.
I didn't even take my action that turn.
No,
Wait,
you
does
still have your attack.
Oh,
Right.
You still have your action surge if you want that.
hmm
And you didn't use the haste thing because you Misty Stepped.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have 5.
If I okay.
5.
Slim.
All right.
Slim.
Slim.
He has 5 attacks.
Yes. Well, if he action surges.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe
surge.
maybe
Yeah, fuck
you
this
want
guy.
to save.
Sorry,
maybe you
my
wanna save it
turn
till
is
later.
taking a long
I
time.
don't think so. I
feel
think
bad.
the
So
Cuisinart's
that's
on.
the end of this.
Did you see what happened to Moose? Me and
I
nobody
did.
got time for that.
We got that. I did. I was there, Lars. I was there.
I don't think you were.
I saw it happen.
You were on that side.
You guys just watched Boots, Lieutenant Boots, turn into a fucking.
Danny turns
All right, here we go.
into a
Here we
massive
go.
dragon.
Big Cat field promotion. Lieutenant.
Nice.
Again.
That's 23 armor class.
You definitely hit.
Okay, so 26. I am going to use a superiority die. I'm going to do a distracting strike on him.
Shimmer superior you are.
I get to reroll that.
Ooh, tilt.
I think
That's
it's
better.
Plus,
Fell over the shop. He's got a little face.
so that's
Oh, yeah.
fuck. Sorry, not mathing tonight.
It's okay.
None of us are, mate. Don't worry.
So cool.
So 18 damage
You derpy.
on that attack. I get advantage on this next attack because of the distracting strike.
Cool.
Kill it. Kill it.
That's 23 again.
Hits.
Okay.
Today's episode, will it blend?
That's gonna be Slim's new nickname is Blender.
Would you call him Chainsaw?
Yeah, the astral chainsaw.
Who said that? Oh my god, that's so clever.
Yeah, according to the player's handbook, page 182. Every foot you clear on your jump costs you a foot of movement.
Yeah, I just read that and I was just like, boo.
I mean, it makes sense in
Boo
the
these
sense of
rules.
it's like,
No, it doesn't make any
You would,
sense.
Yeah, it does,
you would
it
jump
does, 'cause
every
jump-
time.
yeah,
you
because
move,
it's
you get extra
exactly it.
movement.
You would move your movement
But
and
it's
then you
based on
jump.
your strength.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you
it's
know
just
what?
like,
I couldn't have done that distracting strike.
Oh,
It has to be the next attack other than me.
other than you, yeah.
Right. I mean, I would have hit anyway, but just we'll just do.
Thanks for being honest.
That's cool.
So are you done then?
No. I
Okay.
just
No, by
him
no
up.
means. By
Four
no
more
means.
attacks.
no. I'm just trying to think of. Well, I used that superiority die. I took the damage, but I guess
Didn't work.
I didn't do any special effect. Unless he wants. No, we'll do menacing attack. Make him to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
Is this magic?
No.
I don't think it is.
No, it's just.
This is
I'm a
just
scary
slim
motherfucker.
spoopy.
I'm just a scary. What's the DC you said?
15, I
15.
think. Shit.
It's fine.
No.
17.
He failed. I used my legendary action.
All right. I need to roll damage for that last one. So, 14 more damage. Okay, so
Oh, that's a nice round number.
that's okay. So that was my first one, and I am going to do my action surge.
And then you have your one attack from haste.
Right. Action surge. Mark that off.
Yeah.
Okay. 16 plus 8 is 24.
Dude, all your rolls have been like above 15, which is like miraculous.
And Mojo. He does have the highest.
I'll do the
This
menacing.
feels like
I'll do the menacing strike again.
It's just normal rolls, Anna.
No, it's not.
I get to re-roll that. Nice.
So-
Okay, so
Come
that's,
over for lunch tomorrow?
No, stop it.
We got a high five. We got a high five over.
No.
it's 23 points of damage and make a saving throw. Beat a 15. Wisdom saving throw. Beat a 15.
Wisdom saving throw. He makes it.
Oh, damn it.
He's a caster, so his wisdom is probably.
All right. Next attack.
What a wank.
I feel like you'd be way.
That's
maybe that makes sense.
Well, I think it's because
26.
Hits.
kind of spells based casting some shit.
All sorts of
Or druid shit.
charisma.
It's a good description. Sorcerer shit plus druid shit.
I know a caster massy one.
Well, you haven't seen him cast a
Casting
spell.
spells?
You haven't seen him cast a spell.
He's a dope-back.
It's just like his
I'm going to
aura.
use another superiority die. I'm just fucking like blitzing on this guy.
Wow, sure.
You're the only one who can get to him, so
So
gotta go fast.
8 and 7 is 15 plus
This is how Lady
I'm just letting you know
Anthony-
now. You can kill this thing. It is possible.
20 damage.
Why do you say it like that?
Just because. I don't want you guys to get discouraged.
It's because he's not going to die after all this, huh?
Yeah,
You've already
he's
decided.
going to fucking kill me.
I don't know about that.
Turn him into something.
All right. This is my last attack. This is the haste attack.
I feel like if you're slim and you hit with all these attacks, like you should knock this guy down or some shit. Like,
Yeah,
you can't just
like a knock-
sit there. You can't just sit there and weather a greatsword slamming into you for fucking 6 attacks and 80 damage
Just
and be like,
crit him
wow.
right now and cut his head off.
I wish. Yeah, that's what I was
crit
kind of
him.
hoping for. But
Yeah.
no.
Dude, that's oh my god, that would be
Oh, yeah, you got
amazing.
that.
Oh, if you crit this dude, that would be
19
fucking
AC?
dope. Yeah, 19 is his armor class.
Okay.
Holy crap.
All right. I'm going
Natural
to
armor.
use another superiority
Natural
die
armor?
because that's.
Is he inexorable?
No. although I
Who goes
probably-
after me, Judge?
Although this is definitely something that
Yeah.
would cause an inexorable to show up.
Not gonna
now that I
do
think about it. I like how, this is.
Like metal face.
Can't spread out, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
It's the nature inexorable.
This is how we should have been when the
All
dragon.
right. This one I'm going to do distracting strike. The next person that can hit him will get advantage.
Yeah, all you gotta do is
Like
fucking
Hopper.
run 400 feet.
I have a
It's up to you, Copper.
plan.
Copper! Oh, wait, you haven't. Oh, I forgot. That's right. That's right. Hopefully, people on the stream have forgotten because it's gonna be dope and you messed it up.
I think I might have been out of the room whenever you mentioned it.
Uh-oh.
I was like, I'm excited to see what you're going to do. I'm like, all the audience at home.
16 more damage.
16 more damage.
Well, if
Good.
if you can dispel boots can get some attacks.
That's all I got.
Oh, I do have. Yeah, I can.
Fucking
I can
blew my
do that.
load.
Yep. Boots, you want to be a normal person again?
You want to be a real boy again?
You're just staring into an expressionless, like loose approximation of a face.
So
made of
Slim,
roots and
you
bark.
folks can't see this, but you
We just hear the
use your
clanks.
gift like battle prowess, which is very balletic and makes it look, because you've got these long lanky arms. You spin this sword around, it looks like it weighs much less than it actually does because of the way you wield it, and you slam into this guy, hitting him over and over and over again. His robe disintegrates, and there's silver blood bleeding.
Whoa!
What the F?
What in all of the ass?
You're fighting an angel? Wait, he's blue.
Correct. That's not actually the.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
so. Yeah, it has wings that unfurl, and it speaks to you. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Gith, and Infernal.
Yeah, it's none of those.
You speak Infernal?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
Oh, so OD does as well. Doesn't he?
But you don't.
No, he just torments.
But it shouts at you in some language that you've never heard before. It has solid gold skin, and it's just wearing, like, now that the robe is gone, it's just wearing like a loincloth. Otherwise it's naked. It looks about 10 feet tall.
Good.
Like
Is
an
it like
Osimar?
a diva?
Yeah, is it that thing I wanted to be?
Or Deva, or whatever they call those things, like the angel things.
It's
Does that have wings?
Yeah, Asimov, isn't it?
make an Arcana check. The GIF have been all over.
It's true, but my Arcana is not
Does he
great.
get any benefit for being a gift?
No.
Damn, dude.
21.
21.
Natural
Nice.
20.
It's a true elf.
A
what?
true elf.
It's a sun elf. They're called solar celestials. They are the creatures that created.
So yeah, solar wind panel.
They're the creatures that created, like,
That's my character.
manticores and any kind of, like, all the magical creatures that exist in a fantasy universe.
But it's a celestial.
Correct.
Like that thing that we met in the that Graves met in the Underdark.
Yeah, except that one was an astral celestial, a star elf. This is a sun elf.
But they're fucking powerful as shit.
Yeah.
Well, so are you.
That's why he had to say the thing that's like, you can't kill this, by the way.
See you
You can't
guys.
kill this, by the way.
I hope
Is it my
Yeah.
patron?
I mean, this is
On you?
Slim's gonna go down fighting.
you can't see
I
this,
know.
but it is the same category of being that your patron is.
Oh. Wow.
Why?
Did we?
I wish I knew what it said to me.
I also
right.
wish you knew that.
If you write it down and send it to me, I
But
can read it.
that's the curse of the dungeon master is information the players sometimes don't get. That was Slim. That was Slim.
That was nuts.
This episode brought to you by Slim.
Slim.
It's Judge.
Them
Okay.
Jews.
Sorry.
What do you mean sorry? You don't have anything to apologize for. You just did.
Awesome.
You just literally did like 80 points of damage to this
Yeah,
guy.
I know, but it's
All right.
ridiculously long.
Did he look hurt? No, is he hurt? Or is he just looking?
Oh yeah, no, he's badly wounded. He's
Oh.
bleeding silver.
So I'm going to use my action to cast Dispel Magic on Boots. Which dice do I want to use? Which one?
You don't have to roll. According to
use
the
one.
adventure, you don't have to roll. If you as long
Level
as you
3 spell.
as long as you cast the spell, Dispel Magic.
I cast it. Look
You
at
you unmount.
Brass boy out of here.
Level 3.
Unfortunately, you're naked. Your clothes are all around you.
Aw.
And you don't have your cape anymore because you gave it to that dragon. So you're
But he's-
back. You're
he's
back.
back.
It's just classic boot shenanigans.
All your stuff is around there. It's just that when you shambling mound, you kind of discard it.
Dude, fuck it.
Is this another? I just realized this is another instance where you're
Yeah.
fucking naked.
Yeah.
You see,
I put the boots on. I pick up the rapier and the mandolin, and I'm ready to go.
Somewhere, yeah.
you wipe,
Somewhere, Two Shoes is counting the treasure and goes,
wipes away the 1 and then puts a 0.
She just gets a nosebleed.
right, yeah, days without
Yeah.
boots, days since
It's only
days
been like a
without
day.
boots
Boots on the
nonsense. Wipes off the 1, puts a 0.
And then I'm going to move up closer. 20.
Yeah, what's the worst could happen? Move closer.
I'm just here. Out of the way. Sleech.
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 I was just saying slim, and I was like, you're not slim, you're leech.
You just gotta roll a 20, dude. You just gotta roll a 20.
Snicker snap.
I just did for that
Bonus
fucking.
That's right.
Arcana
You rolled a 20 on the Arcana check. Well, you know what this thing is.
Yeah.
Nah, that's it.
Would you say it was a
That's it,
sun
my turn.
elf?
Yeah, it's a solar celestial, also known as a sun elf. They're the true elves.
Well, that explains the name.
Can
of
I
the show.
exclaim it when I see it?
Yeah, yeah. You could be like, yeah. So
It's
they
a
can hear
solar celestial.
it. Yeah.
Die, creature.
Yeah, you hear Slim call out. But it's, I don't know if that means anything to your characters, but it might.
Do we need a roll to know?
Should do for
Yeah.
me, right?
Can we just
Yeah,
send
well,
this
you're-
guy to fight Dickaroni?
Yeah, I think Leech knows what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Leech could tell you guys.
Hey,
that
you know what? Let's not fight. Let's be
they're
friends.
they're greater powers. They're like gods. They're
Why-
They're
What's he
demigods.
doing creating chaos?
Yeah, what's he
Is he
fucking
chaotic
doing?
good?
Evil or something. We gonna kill this
If
guy?
only you spoke celestial.
Fighting
Or Jovitos.
God.
Does anyone speak celestial? You do, right?
I don't speak celestial.
I can understand it.
Talk to your patron.
Your patron talks to you.
He
right?
talks to me.
You just interpret. You're like, oh yeah, I think that's what he
He talks to me
said.
through OD.
Try to subdue it.
They
Like,
speak
No,
through
when
interpretive dance.
it's your patron that you're calling on when you summon your imp.
Yeah.
But it's the matron of your house that is interfering with
Yes.
the signal.
Yeah.
And making it so that Odie shows up.
Yeah, every time.
That's not your patron. Your patron's like, okay, go ahead, have yourself a
rabbit ears.
follower, and yeah,
Yeah, and
He
that's
would
what
give
I
you a
get.
fairy dragon.
probably or something like that.
Something nice, yeah. But oh no.
Something nice.
Oh no.
Felt like good as
Something
a
that liked me and
Well, he's dead.
said
at
I was
the moment,
nice
so.
and cool and he's in hell right now.
Uh-huh.
Or the abyss. I don't remember which. Is it still Judge? Are you done, Judge?
I'm
Are you done
done.
judging?
What did you do?
That's it.
Move.
That's you unboot the boots.
I did my action.
You did? That's
I
true.
moved.
That's true. No,
I don't
that's
have
true.
bonus
You
action. There's
unmounted
nothing
me.
in the way. I did a pretty good job, actually.
Boots.
Thanks.
It's your turn, Boots.
as soon as like as soon as I turn from a pile of moss and mushrooms back into a
Still
nude
nothing left.
booted man, for a brief
You do
moment,
not remember being a
I'm
shaman man.
just kind of like, he's got gold skin. What the and I'm just like looking around, and like I can actually see Slim.
Yep.
So I'm going to run up behind him.
A nude Boots arrives.
Yeah. What?
Is that as far as you can go?
No.
He's
Actually,
he's
you know
doing
what?
something.
I have a plan.
A boots plan.
PLN.
I'm gonna try to tumble past this guy.
Ah,
Whoa.
Tumble.
naked tumbling.
I'll tumble for you.
Somebody on
is like
Twitter
the
just told me about this like 2 hours ago. They were like, "But can you tumble, bro?" And the way this works is, I make an acrobatics check against.
I believe it's an optional rule in DM's Guide.
Isn't there like a Metal Gear Solid like game that has this sequence in it?
Probably, yeah.
Naked dude. Just,
optional
like,
rule.
flipping
Okay,
around.
up to you then.
Yeah.
No, I mean, by all means.
That's when I
by all
stopped
means, go
playing
for
that
it.
game.
All right.
Because
When
I got
everything gets really weird.
Too much.
well, I got stuck in this big room and my dude's fucking running around naked. I'm like, I have no idea.
Well,
what
he's
to do.
covering his jump. You run around.
Oh yeah.
It was just dumb. I was like, that's when I was like, this.
You
fucking
probably would have
rules.
got mad like 10 minutes further too, because it gets really fucking weird. There's a point where it like comes up and it says the mission failed thing, but you're still going around and it says mission failed. And you're like,
Metal
what the
Gear
fuck?
Solid 2. Thanks,
Yeah.
Pasray.
Yeah.
It's like whenever Metal Gear Solid just kind of like went all.
Three
Weird.
was a lot of fun, and it was pretty mostly normal. But after that, it's just like
Are you looking at tumbling?
I just wanted to make sure that I got it right.
Well,
in the DM's Guide?
the stream will let you know if you get it wrong.
I mean, go ahead and just make an acrobatics check. I don't need a fucking rule. I can just make up some nonsense.
All right. 19.
And 19 is more than enough. Yeah. So what you're able to do is you're able to move through the space without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
So you get behind him. Yeah.
So yeah, I sneak up behind him,
And you have advantage because Slim did distracting attack.
and I have advantage.
I mean, you
If
would
I
have
had
had
a
advantage
porpoise.
anyways, but now you got advantage.
Yeah. Double advantage. So
No, it's not a thing.
yeah, I'm gonna attack this
Keep in
guy.
mind, this thing does have a large, like larger than normal greatsword.
Yeah.
I will.
we're gonna steal that shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Is it on fire like that one?
What? What
Sorry,
is
I
that?
just looked at the damage it does. So I was like, God damn.
Lots. I'm sure
Why would it
it's
want to
lots.
hurt us?
It's a good question. That's a good
I don't
question.
know about us, but Slim.
Oh no, do you pick it up?
Yeah, his sword is about as big as I am, isn't it?
Take him out, man. Take him out.
All right.
I softened him up for you.
All right. 19.
Hits. That's his armor class.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we know that, don't we?
Do we?
No, that was something else.
Yeah, we're
This is the
split
russet
apart.
mold. Sorry. It goes when the russet mold goes.
He takes 19 piercing damage. My AC goes up to 20.
I hate to do this to you, Boots.
Yeah. Am I shambling mound again?
No, but correct me if I'm wrong. That's not a magic weapon.
It's not a magic weapon.
How much damage did you say you did? Sorry. How much damage did you say you did?
Wow. Wow.
Sorry.
Wink
I don't-
face.
What a guy.
I
Yeah,
don't-
what was your-
I apologize.
What's your
title
title?
again?
I apologize.
At Colville Dick Muncher.
I apologize. I'm so evidently burned out. I'm starting to get punchy.
Trust me, real
Sure,
good
that
people.
19.
been all week.
19. Right. Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack him again. Shoot. And I miss. That's just a 7 plus 8. 15.
Even with advantage?
Yeah.
Bugger.
Advantage don't make you roll better.
What are you channeling Nana over there?
Was that necessary?
It's just too easy.
And I'm gonna. Well, no, I'm not. Because I'd probably die.
You're Wankface Jr.
I mean,
Come on, Copper.
I'm gonna try translator arrow.
Translator.
So I assume I could just shoot an arrow and I just go to that spot.
Yep. As long as it's in range.
I'm gonna go up here on that top of a roof.
Oh, that's going to take a roll because you can't see that.
Okay.
Like you could shoot.
I'll shoot down
here.
there then.
You could from where you are. You go, and you could shoot this space, hit the wall, and then.
That's cool.
Oh, no.
But if you want to shoot this, you'd have to kind of. You'll land somewhere up here.
You'd have to lob it.
It's just you're not going to know exactly where. There's probably going to be like a little bit of depending on if you hit the DC it's probably automatic. Like you're basically shooting up in the air and guessing, and then it goes
sure.
like that, and then it disappears. You're like, I don't know where it landed, boom, and then you show up wherever it went.
Okay.
And so your roll is did I land my arrow where I wanted to, even though I couldn't see where I was shooting.
Okay.
And if you fail, then you're still going to end up there. It's just going to be there's going to be a deviation die.
I
like
see.
which direction did I miss by?
Okay.
So it's up to you. You can do it over here, or you can do it.
Cool on the roof, though, mate.
That would be cool.
Yeah, get yourself up on the roof.
Do
Go
it.
on.
Do the cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to put you in a fucking chimney or something.
yeah.
Fall into the chimney.
This is like the worst Christmas ever. This
If we
fucking
don't kill
goblin
this
comes
guy
down the
and gets away,
chimney.
I'll
Yeah.
feel really
No.
bad at the end of the night. You gotta get him.
Drinks
Get
all the
Big Cat over
Christmas
there.
booze and fucks off.
There's a chimney there. What if I hit the?
Wait, can
What if I hit
Big
the-
Cat
well,
grab
wait, it
it with
looks
the
like there's-
tentacles?
Where do you want to be, and what do you want to do when you're done? Like when you
I
end
mean-
up where you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, I could easy enough shoot there, but it'd be kind of fun to go on a roof for whatever reason. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But, actually, I don't even know if I could see him if I was on the roof. I'm just
How
gonna
far
go
can you
here.
shoot?
Okay.
So 320 feet.
Jesus.
There you go.
Wow.
Well, that's at disadvantage, but 80.
So you watch Copper pull out one of the 5 arrows that Sumat Pole gave him.
Well done.
And what was the head on this one? Do you remember?
Yes. Brass.
Brass. There's a brass head. And he hits it, and the arrow sticks into the wall. And as soon as the arrow hits the wall, Copper disappears and reappears.
All right.
Put your arrow up.
Yeah. Pick it up.
Well, I mean, okay, sure. Yeah, you grab your arrow.
Okay.
Well, but I mean,
But you're
you
shambling.
grabbed it. Now you're shambling now.
No, you're. Yeah.
Were you trying to decide whether he has to use?
I was just
Yeah.
it's interacting. I was just deciding what action it was,
Yeah.
but it's going to be interacting with an object, which you can do as part of your movement.
Okay. I'm gonna back up just a little bit with the movement, and then I'm gonna shoot him with my other attack.
You got any other special arrow you want to use?
I mean,
The fireball arrow.
yeah, but I'm gonna kill everyone. Not kill
yeah.
everyone, but I was thinking of wall of ice and just like right here and just make them whoop, like raise them up.
That's
I wouldn't
right,
do
wall of
anything,
ice
but
arrow.
just be kind of silly.
Can you
He's
make a wall of
19
ice up
too.
in the middle of the air? and put it on?
Smash him. He's made out of stone, right?
No.
Okay.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
I'll just do a hunter's mark on him and then attack him again. No, wait. Yeah, I have enough to do that. I might have missed. 7 plus 11.
That's 18.
18, yeah,
He's
he's
19.
19
Yep.
isn't he?
Okay.
His AC is 19.
Yeah.
All right. And then.
Big cat.
Oh, yeah, big cat.
Big
I'm going
cat.
to try climbing this building.
I thought he already did.
No, I was right at the front of it.
Yeah, big cat can climb it, no problem.
So it's 20 feet, you said? I
Yeah.
think you said. So that's 20. And then 5, 10, 15, 20 for the rest. Making his way over.
Nice.
That was Copper Big Cat. It's King. You can't see what's going on down here.
I can't.
But
There's
it's
no way I can
bad.
get over there.
It's
So
B-A-D.
You're not gonna run through?
Well, I've
even if
probably
I run
told him.
through,
right?
I can't.
Not all the way, but at least you're on the other side of it.
No, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd live in it.
Why don't you do double speed?
I could do that.
That's what I'm gonna do, I think.
Just leave Leech
Run
over
for
here.
it. Leech can figure it out.
Mm-hmm. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
How does disengage work?
I
I'm
think
still
it's,
moving through
it's,
the
it's like
thing,
I
so-
think you use your. It's like
Well, I
you-
think we gotta kill this thing though. Still, too.
Do we need to kill it? Or can we
I
just leave it
mean,
here?
we're just gonna leave it in town so it can consume the square.
For now,
We've got
Yeah,
a
we
bigger
need to kill
problem
that
right
guy
now.
first.
we'll worry about that later.
Killing him might kill that.
Yeah, that's true.
He also might be able to fix it if we can. I don't know if we need to kill this guy or if we can. I don't know. Should we try and talk to it?
All right. Well, I'm gonna
why
move
not?
over here.
I
Do
don't
you remember
speak
how
this
disengage
language.
works? It's been so long.
It's an action that converts your regular movement into movement that doesn't provoke attacks. of opportunity.
Okay, so that won't move.
So it
me
doesn't give
far
you
enough
extra
anyway.
movement.
So I
It's
just gotta move through this and
Take
make a con save.
Go ahead and make a con save.
You can always give yourself bless or whatever the hell it is.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Yeah, that thing.
Nah, because that's an action.
Pray to your Hagaran god.
So guidance is.
Whoa, spider climb.
I don't know what it is. I don't make it. So I got goop on me.
Yeah, your constitution goes down by 2.
Rip.
And what level are you? 7th level?
8.
You're 8th level?
Yeah.
You guys are 8th level?
You just
No, we're
No,
seven.
Seven.
We're
Yeah,
seven.
you're 7th level.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
holy shit.
almost did
was
that.
like,
I was
shit.
eight.
So
Hey.
you lose, isn't that
I
like
dream about 8.
14 hit points?
What one?
What's your constitution?
14. So I'm
Right.
at 12. So
Right,
I was
so-
7.
Correct. You're right. You lose 7 hit points. I don't know why I said. I reversed the
Oh, really?
polarity.
Yeah,
of them.
because you're con bonus to your hit points.
Okay.
And you don't feel well. You don't feel well. You feel moldy.
Bit queasy.
You feel moldy.
A little russety.
You feel sick. You feel like you got the flu. Are you? So that's your. Is that your?
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I had to double move. Get out. Go over there.
Okay. The mold starts climbing over this building. And you can
Cool.
see that like this corner of the building starts to collapse, like it's being eaten away by the mold.
Damn.
This could be the end of the city. This whole thing gets just
Yeah, molded away.
Remember when there was a city called Capital, and then it gets digested, and then it's just a giant mold. Okay, so Slim,
There are other worlds.
Slim. That's true, yeah.
There are indeed.
Ever the optimist.
So
Umbrella.
the Solar Celestial makes a gesture and summons a swarm of insects. I need, is it 5, 10, 15, 20. I need Slim and Boots to make Constitution saves.
This is magic?
It is magic, yes.
All right.
The darkest magics.
No more HP. That's not.
Constitution.
How's it going over there, Boots?
Not super good. Not the best. That it could have gone.
25.
25. Can you give some of yours to
I rolled a 20.
Boots?
He could have his inspiration die back if he wants.
You rolled another 20. That could have been his head off as well.
I know.
Oh my god. You take 20 points of damage, you take 10 points of damage. You're being consumed by biting insects. It's also difficult terrain here, within 20 feet of this guy. 5, 10,
That doesn't
right.
affect me.
Damn.
Because of the insects?
Yeah.
Okay. They're just buzzing around
Yep.
everywhere.
And they also impede. They give him a little bit of cover. That was this creature who continues to try to shout at you and command you, but you don't appear to obey. The mold is eating the building. It's Leech.
Fucking speak a language that the rest of us can understand, bitch.
Let's move up to the top of the
Come on, he's a great being. He should be able to speak common.
Then I'm gonna cast fly on myself,
Ooh,
and then I can fly for 60 feet, I think.
nice.
Nice.
So I will do that, and then go.
This is
I can go back there in front of you, can't I? Well, there, the other side of it.
a really
Yeah.
interesting encounter.
It was good. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
If it keeps talking to me, Slim
I
is
can.
gonna say to it, like, speak a language we can understand.
So I did move and I cast a spell. That's it, isn't it?
Yep.
Actually, what do you like? Are you healthy?
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I have that
Yeah.
disease, but
Nothing too bad.
they are the ones that are hurt. I didn't get hit by that dragon.
Who's mine?
Boots is in a bad way.
How many hit points you got?
18.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that might be
I'm
better
at
than
25.
I don't know what my healing light
I think I'm at 18 too.
range
It's been a
is.
good
so
run.
I don't think it's that far. Healing
Yeah, well, you
light.
guys didn't anticipate fighting a black dragon and then a gargantuan russet mold and a planetar.
Where the fuck?
Just another day.
It's a rough day for the chain.
Another day's the chain.
I think it's like 60 feet healing light.
It's your next, Slim.
Yeah.
Your next, Slim.
Oh, okay.
60 feet, yeah. He's further than 60 feet.
No, Boots is 10 squares away, so
20,
it's
25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Oh, is it? Okay, that's healing light is a bonus action. Yeah, I'll give you some health then. Me old China. I could do 3 of these per throw, I think. So you get back 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Me?
I'll take it.
I gave that to
Okay.
Boots.
My tabs.
Now I'm done.
Annotations.
My annotation.
I just realized tabs and books
Slim.
and
All right.
the computer.
Let's
That's right. You know why? Because she ran out of tabs on her computer.
Yeah, I had to
And she just
bring it to
started
real
adding
life.
tabs here. People watching don't know about Anna and tabs.
Oh,
Some people do.
Some of
Is
them
that
do.
true?
Yeah.
We've
Some of them
talked
do.
about it
Some of
before.
them do. Not the computer tabs, have we?
yeah, because we talked about
You-
how Excel
didn't you
would run on
retweet
a
it?
machine.
Oh,
Yeah, but
yeah.
that's Twitter. This ain't Twitter. These people are blissfully
followers do you have on
blissfully more than you.
It's actually already.
Wow, really?
It's already.
I remember when you were a community manager, and I was like, "You're a community manager? How many followers do you have?"
Those are the same thing.
23.
They all know because in her wiki
23
article
AC.
it says her tabs.
It does?
Yeah, I talked about it in the wiki
Did
article.
they update it?
It's been there the whole time.
Your Anna's page on the wiki talks about how many
My
tabs she
tab
has.
problem?
open.
Yeah, totally.
Getting more of those tabs?
So that's 13 damage for
I
the
had to do
first
that for you
attack.
because you were falling for it too.
It's not on me?
You're not
Why
gonna
did you
use
When
it.
you were like, "Huh?" That was the
I'm
best.
not gonna use
That was
it
the
anymore.
best.
Mine.
13 damage.
We have advantage.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not going to
Yeah.
try to give it to you.
Stupid.
I once sent Anna an Excel sheet that was an important one that she needed to open for work purposes, and her computer crashed because she had too many Chrome tabs open.
Look, we
I
just
don't know
need
why I would
powerful
say
computers.
that. I don't know why I would say that in front of God and everybody. It's because I'm an asshole. That's the only explanation.
You haven't had enough
What?
Cheez-Its
Work purposes.
Yeah, right.
for
Yes.
purposes. Open the spreadsheet.
I'm going to use my last superiority die just because I want the extra damage.
All I gotta do is roll a 20. This whole,
I
thing ends.
already.
This whole thing ends.
swing away.
Ah, really?
Swing away, swing away.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use it on this attack. I'll use it on the next attack. But I can re-roll that. So 5. So 12 more. All right. Last. This is my
You
haste.
guys have done 164 damage.
This is my
I
haste
mean,
attack.
Slim.
How is it looking?
A badly wounded is
Bloody?
yeah. But all as Slim does more and more
20.
damage to it, the silver blood, the wounds start glowing.
Oh, he's regenerating?
The wounds don't seem to be closing;
He's gonna.
they just seem to
explode.
be glowing.
Is there a
There's
timer?
light
Is there a
streaming.
ticking sound?
There's light streaming out of them. No, is Captain Hook coming?
Yeah.
What have we done to upset this geezer?
Well, I think you just laid into him for 164 points of damage.
I know. Well, that upset him, yeah.
Well, he started
it.
He didn't attack you guys.
We made a dragon.
Yeah, but not. He didn't turn you into a dragon.
Fuck, you're right. Maybe we should have just left it.
Having a really short session.
16 more damage.
I gotta get out of that habit.
Yeah, don't
And Judge, if you manage to, the next person who attacks him gets advantage.
Yeah, I don't think I
I
can.
mean, it might end up being Boots, but you know.
I think it would because
You
he's
can let
already
Copper
gone,
go
right?
before him.
Judge.
I'm done.
Stand by. Judge, can I see your character sheet?
Why? I'm not even near the red mold.
No,
It
you're
is
right. You're not.
reach.
King, can I see your character sheet?
I'm as far away as Judges.
Yeah, but you're not in LOS. Judge is not in LOS. What do you mean? This is. What are you talking about? Judge is way the fuck over here.
Of the red mold?
No, what does the
Oh,
red mold
that
have to do
guy.
with this?
You want the first one?
Give him your character sheet, King.
I did. I almost handed him my spell.
The real one.
That's
Is
what I
it,
need.
oh, it's
that what you want?
Sloopy's turn.
Okay.
Hang on. No, this is a reaction.
Oh, okay.
Legendary reaction?
A leg end airy.
Legendary wank.
Blimey.
Come on,
Dude,
I had a few of them in my time.
Oh my god!
Speak
Lars,
some,
roll a 4-side die for me.
speak some words we can all understand, Schloopy.
2.
That's his new name,
If you're
Schloopy.
looking at second level spells, you probably want Shatter.
Slim, I need you to make a saving throw.
Okay. Versus, or
Yeah, it's charisma save.
is it magic?
It is magic. Definitely magic.
Charisma save.
Yep.
So that would be 21.
Okay. You are not banished to the astral plane.
Okay. Good.
Oh my
jeez.
god!
Yeah, as soon as you took it, I'm like, I know what he's going to cast.
Go back home.
You see King. Those of you who can see King,
Yeah,
he kind of has this spasm. His body doesn't obey his command.
Oh, he tried to banish.
And
You tried to banish.
he
tried to
speaks
do
and he's
the
just kind of wildly looking around, and this magic erupts out of him. The banishment spell finds its way to his lips, points at Slim, but Slim's connection to the mundane world is too great, and you are unable to. You are unable
the
to
caramel
action.
sausages.
He loves him too much.
He loves it too much.
You can't leave him.
That's the only thing that I've rolled like super high for Slim liking in this world.
caramel sausages.
Yep.
Excuse me. So that was King, correct?
No, that was
Slim's
that was-
turn. It was a
That
reaction.
was Slim. Sorry, yeah, it's
Judge.
Judge.
All right. So Judge is gonna.
It would be cool if you were over here because you've got some dope spells.
You were just telling me how great banishment was. You just
Turn
suck it
around
wrong.
and go the other way.
Look, I'm not the one.
Yeah, you'd leave.
Well, I don't. What's the range? Because you're like pretty far away, but you're within line of sight. So as long as I'm not within line of sight, I suppose it's all
Just
right.
get behind over there or something. Because there's also bugs in front of Copper. We got to remember.
It doesn't affect me. I just go.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Oh wait, that was Slim's
25,
turn.
30,
Hang on, I got to look at the.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
You need to make another save, Slim,
Okay.
because you're still in the insect plague.
If I'm here, am I out of
Okay.
line of sight?
This one was
Constitution,
Constitution.
yeah.
This one is whopping 13.
That is a failure. It's cocked.
Cock.
5. 12. You take 14 points of damage from insects. Okay, Judge, you were asking?
I was asking if I go here, am I within line of sight or not?
You are not in line of sight of the solar celestial.
pretty
but you can
fucked
see
up.
Slim.
You are. What's your...
Yeah. He's pretty fucked up.
Okay.
How did you get over there?
I double moved.
Go ahead and make a Constitution save.
Don't roll the snake one. It's not doing you right today.
That's a special.
No, not those.
Those?
These are good.
Oh.
They were.
What's wrong?
Last week
Didn't
they
you pull
were.
those out
those
last
crap
time and
last
you rolled
week?
one, like
Were they?
immediately?
Well, maybe
Yeah.
maybe this will
Maybe
be
they're
their
better.
week.
They've recharged.
They recharge.
This will be
I
their
have
week.
another good detail. Oh, I have a pink one.
Oh, those were the ones I was rolling yesterday, right?
You
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Matt, yeah, OD touched all of them except for one. See if he could get the right, make the right choice.
It's the Jackbox Poison Jar game.
Constitution?
You just take some damage and lose some Constitution.
I don't wanna.
I think we need a nap after
Ah,
this.
Ah, there you go.
19!
You're fine.
19 plus 6,
You're not molded.
25.
You found the
You
right
resist.
roll.
You resist the mold infection. The ringworm does not affect you.
I'm safe.
That was Judge. Are you done?
Double move, yeah.
Yeah, I think I am going to use my Invoke Authority, though.
Cool. What does that do? That's your channel divinity.
Invokes authority.
Infernal Arcanist. Until the end of your next turn, you can cast spells that normally have a casting time of 1 action as a
Yeah.
bonus action.
Ooh.
So I think I want to do that.
Until the end of your next turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that mean you can do it right now?
Yeah,
I
she's
can't, but I've already used my bonus.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. Normally I could.
Oh.
Actually, so maybe I should use it for the next time. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna wait until my turn and then use it then.
How long does it last? Until the end of your next turn?
Mm-hmm. So if I invoke it at the beginning of my
Sure,
turn,
yeah.
then it will last me like that turn and the next one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, let's do that. Find that out.
Kidneys.
What?
What?
Are they
That
working?
was Judge.
Are you
It's
well
Boots.
hydrated?
If I push a creature,
Yeah.
does it work like in Robo Rally where it will push?
It does, yeah. This
Okay.
whole game is built on the Robo Rally engine.
Sarcasm.
Can that be our system?
It's our house system. It's basically Robo Rally.
Oh boy.
So if you
You forgot to shoot the laser. at
if
the
you
end of the turn.
if you push it, will it push Slim? Is what you're asking?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Overcar RPG.
All right. YOLO. All right. 12 plus 8 is 20.
What are you trying to do?
Get him out of.
Isn't being pushed a opposed action
I
thing?
don't want line of sight.
Or do you have a spell or some shit?
I have a spell or some shit. This is a mobile flourish. Expend and roll 1 bardic inspiration die to deal extra damage to the target you hit, equal to the roll, and push the target up to 5 feet away from you, plus 3 feet because of the number that you rolled on the die. So 5 plus 3. I don't know how you want to
No.
deal with that.
Round up.
But round it down to.
0.
Yeah, I would round up to
5.
the nearest 5-foot increment.
All right. So that I push him 10
It's
feet.
weird. Yeah.
And then,
And did you do damage to him?
yes, I did.
How much?
So
Or yeah.
18.
Okay.
18 damage, and then and then I'm gonna climb up on this roof.
What?
I'm getting the
like
fuck out of
boots,
Dodge. Oh,
aren't
Oh, you may not.
fuck outta here.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're all fucked up.
Because I'm all fucked up.
And get out of the insect stuff. Right?
well, the insect stuff, actually, it's a 20-foot radius
Still
from here.
is.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's going to,
Oh.
you're probably not going to be able to get away from the
All right.
insects.
How much movement is it to get up on the roof?
For there, it's 10 feet of movement.
All right. So that's 10, 15, 20,
Yeah, now you're kind of climbing uphill. Now you're climbing downhill.
25, 30.
If you move here, you're out of the insect plague.
What if I jump down here next to Judge?
But then you're fine.
All right. I do that. I
A,
jump down
a
there
naked
next to
boots drops from the sky.
Right next to John.
Judge. Naked and covered in bug bites.
Yeah, right. Naked and covered in
Oh
welts.
yeah.
Naked
Oh,
and
you're
covered in
in
welts.
trouble.
You look like
There
Copper.
are, yeah. Yeah.
All right. And I get a second attack, so I'm just.
You
I'm
attack
gonna,
Judge?
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna attack Judge.
Give it a go.
I'm gonna pull a knife out of my boot, throw it at him.
You fucker.
A judge.
I knew it was
thing
only a
you
matter of
got the sweet
time
knives.
before you betrayed us.
And that's 12 plus 8, which is 20.
That hits.
This would be funny if this is what kills him.
I mean, super close, but no.
9 damage. Dead.
Come on.
That would have been so
All
epic.
right.
Come on,
That
Copper.
was Boots. It's Copper.
It's all you, baby.
Copper and Big Cat.
Drop this motherfucker.
Bardic die.
Let's see.
Do one more.
Do we want to try and question him?
No, I want to fucking kill
Yeah,
him.
he's really powerful. I don't know. He can just make us cast spells.
Yeah.
So if we try to talk to him, he's just gonna
And
say,
turn us
"Okay,
into
banish."
things.
Yeah.
I can suggest that he not.
Suggest all you want.
How about not?
Is he still screaming at us in his infernal gibberish?
It's
Not infernal.
It's
How dare
celestial.
you?
His celestial gibberish?
Yes.
Man, I wish I understood it. I should be able to.
Boots
They're
should
probably-
have-
Yeah, can't you like ask your
Celestial.
fucking
No,
patron
infernal.
to like
Translate.
to
I can if I
on phonics.
get
Intervene.
an opportunity.
No, yeah.
Can't you like,
It'd probably be worth them.
you know, like Elric calls on Ariok all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like
Blood and souls for my Lord Ariok.
yeah.
It's crazy to me that there's like been a Game of Thrones, whole Game of Thrones thing, and no Elric stuff. And
Yeah,
Like, when I was a kid-
they were like at
Edward
some point there
Elric?
was a movie script.
It's a
that
book
never
series.
happened.
I
maybe.
haven't-
There's
I
been a
was
bunch of
reading
comics.
about it. Yeah.
It just seems like when we were growing up,
It's a
Elric was evergreen.
fantasy
Like, you could always buy Elric books.
Yeah.
And now they're sort of quasi out of print.
Yeah. I've been
Great
looking for the
injustice.
original
You can get them on eBay.
that's the only place you can get 'em.
Yeah, like the actually the fix-ups, which is what we read when we were kids, they don't make those anymore. They literally don't make those books anymore. When they do Elric printings, what they do is they go back and print the original short stories. But what we read was him taking those short stories and rewriting them to turn them into books.
Huh. So like was Elric always like kind of a moody bitch like he was in the books we read?
If you read it, like if you go Kindle and download Elric, the first what they call the first Elric book, he's a lot more Conan-like.
Yeah.
When you first meet him, he becomes melancholy. He becomes melancholy after everything goes to shit.
I
But
see.
when you meet him, he's a lot more like the first thing he does is he walks into an inn and grabs someone's ale and downs it and talks to a bunch of barbarians. And he's like, and it's cool. It's neat. Like, especially if you know like where he's going to go. He's not this, it doesn't start with him losing the throne and becoming a brooding boob. But it's, anyway.
Like 5th book Harry Potter.
Anyway.
Matt,
sorry.
so if I have this fireball arrow, and if I can I shoot it anywhere? Like if I were to say shoot it like back here,
Sure, yeah.
and then it explodes, and
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Yep, you just have to hit an AC, you have to hit an AC of 10.
okay,
And if you and the fireball is going to go off, but if
Yeah.
you miss an AC of 10, which is probably not possible,
I think
isn't your
it's
armor isn't your
impossible.
bonus like
unless I roll a 1 or something.
Yeah, so if you can roll 1 and critically miss, and that just means it's going to scatter. It's still going to go off, but where it's going to go off from a 1D, we roll a D8 and it goes in a certain
So
direction.
you can catch all those buildings on fire.
Well, they're already being eaten by the rusted mold.
5, 10, 15, 20.
We can just blame it on this guy.
5, 10.
Yeah.
We're going to the cops with this guy afterward.
Okay,
We're in Prince
Otherwise
territory.
his body doesn't
All right.
fucking disintegrate or some
Well, it's
shit.
in Prince territory.
It's like the movie, like
22.
You hit.
I hit the floor.
So you see Copper take out the what's the tip on the arrow on
That one is sulfur.
the sulfur tipped arrow, and shoot the sulfur tipped arrow. And it strikes as soon as it sparks off the cobblestones. Poof, there's a detonation of fire that engulfs the solar celestial,
So 18.
the sun elf. By the way, that's
Oh my God.
that's the title of tonight's episode,
what?
the sun elf.
Yeah, no, I saw it when it went up.
Don't look at it. The spoilers.
Wow,
It is.
but Twitch
And some of this
tells you something gone live.
D6, right? Yeah.
It wasn't really a spoiler. I had no fucking
I need
idea.
D6s.
Yeah.
That's true.
I wonder
4
what this
more.
is.
1, 2.
You need
Two more?
D6s?
These right here.
I don't want them to like chip.
Oh, right.
They're kind of
Oh,
soft compared to these.
I didn't think about that actually. Those are a whole bunch of metal ones.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Math time again.
Yeah, I did really well last time.
There's 10, 15, 8. Oh, that was easy enough. 10 there.
Do me a favor.
25.
25 points damage. We pass that to Phil. Don't read that yet, Phil.
Okay.
So Copper shoots this
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
arrow. The fireball explodes, wreathes the sun elf in flame. You see his wounds start to open more and more light starts to pour out of his body. The blast kind of throws him forward. He puts a hand on you, and you hear a voice in your mind because it has telepathy. Yeah. And it looks into your gith, your astral plane eyes with they have solid silver eyes. And then the wounds that mostly you created, tear open and the light inside him escapes, blinding you, Copper, Judge, Boots, King, everybody except Big Cat.
Huh.
And then you hear people screaming. This, by the way, that's been nonstop this entire time, people running and shouting, and you're all blind. The blindness lasts about 30 seconds. You blink furiously, and when you're done blinking, he's gone. There's no body. There's just the cloak he left behind over there.
Any
What about
like
his sword?
No,
Oh,
his sword was
Blood?
his sword of
Blood's gone,
manifestation.
too.
You can see the silver blood. It's
Yeah.
like mercury
Yeah.
that he left, and you can see like footprints.
do I have any idea what the fuck this is all about?
I don't know. Do you have any idea what the fuck? I don't think Slim knows any more than Phil does. So whatever conclusions Phil would draw
I
are
have no
probably
idea.
the.
You tell the rest of the class.
I think judge is gonna be like, where'd he go?
Yeah, I think I would at some point. I mean,
You guys, the russet mold still has to be dealt with, but it's now that you guys aren't in combat, and also guards show up.
It's good at
The guards have on their shield is a stylized scroll, like a parchment scroll with writing on it. The word is the name of the guards, the prince's guard, the knights of this district. They're like this district's versions of the Red Falcons.
Oh, is this a prince's territory?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Start
We're here.
hacking away at it with them.
Ah, okay.
We
I'm gonna
were
use
trying to get
my hills last.
And now that you guys are out of combat, you're able to take care of the russet mold and kill it. But the people that it consumed are dead. Much of that building has been eaten by the russet mold. And that's where we're going to leave things, unless Slim wants to tell everybody what he heard.
Well, I was going to pick
yeah,
up the
I mean-
cloak and put it around Boots' shoulders. He's still naked.
the shredded
Yeah,
cloak.
I'll pick up what remains of this guy's cloak.
all your clothes are still fine. They're just
Oh, okay. Well,
you can still
yeah.
you can get dressed.
No, I want
It's
to
just
do
that when you're shambling
I want
around.
the cloak.
So, well, it says the forbiddances fail! Exclamation point. The seals are broken! Exclamation point. The emperor must restore them! Exclamation point.
What's this? The first part was the forbiddances.
That's a
The forbiddances.
That's a Hagara
Yeah,
thing.
that's a Hagaran thing. The emperor must restore the seals.
Let's restore the seals. Let's restore them.
it's the wards of the last emperor.
What's territory we're in again?
The princes.
Oh,
The princes. Okay. So they were.
See you next week, folks. Thanks for tuning in.
We're all gone.
Thanks for tuning in. I apologize for the somewhat discombobulated nature of the stream, but like I said, it's been a long week. Hopefully next week will be better, and probably I will be streaming sometime, maybe this weekend, maybe tomorrow night, maybe Friday night. I don't know.
Somebody
I wanted
put it
to
in
stream
there.
earlier this week, but I had to basically take Monday off. So thanks for tuning in, everyone.
bye.
He's seeing you.
See ya. Toodle.